Montana Tech pregame is brought to you by Northwestern Energy. Today's game features the College of Idaho Goats and your Montana Tech Oredigger.
I'd say with CMR, CMR about
Ladies and gentlemen, check out Digger Vision for the starting lineup. Today's starters brought to you by Montana Orthopedics.
and even last night.
Introducing your Montana Tech Oredigger.
I'm like, that is the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my whole life. That was insane. So, yeah, it's there's
listening last night. I mean, I was like, holy crap. It's like they could have scored on, every series, not every possession. It seemed like.
yeah, it felt that way, to be honest. They're awful.
200 pounds, separate Jeff Campbell.
All right, I'm missing Kelsey.
Running back is a senior, 5'11", 200 pounds, number 28, Jeff Fike. At tight end is 6'2", 240 pounds, junior, number 86, Nate Sander. On the offensive line is a 6'3", 305 pound senior, number 70, Grant Benz. On the offensive line is senior, 6'2", 280, number 79, Hayden Smith. Offensive lineman is a 6'2", 285 pound freshman, number 73, Trey Copeland. The offensive line, 6'2", 270 pound sophomore, number 56, Tristan Stopper. The offensive line, number 75, the 6'3", 300 pound sophomore, Hunter Sparks. Wide receiver, huge, 5'9", 160 pound sophomore, number 10, Kylie Cabrera. Junior wide receiver at 5'8", 175 pounds, number 4, Alan Louis Steele. Wide receiver at pounds. Sophomore number 90, Jesse Sims. Also on the D line at 6'1", 275, number 95, the sophomore Chase Sparta. On the D line at 6'3", 260 pounds, the senior number 97, Arthur Quinn. Linebacker at 6'3", 215 pounds, the senior number 35, Schleicher. And linebacker at 6'2", 225 pounds, sophomore number 45, Luke Hollows. And linebacker at 6'4", 220 pounds, number 53, the senior Jacob Clark. Defensive back at 5'10", 165, the sophomore number 9, Naoki Harmer. Defensive back at 6', 200 pounds, the senior number 22, Tucker Ralph. Defensive back at 6'2", 195 pounds.
Hello, little brother. Woohoo! Stop it.
Defensive back at 6', even 100.
Imagine that.
Oh, it's gonna bring thumbtacks this year.
Where did my main page? Did I already? Oh, look at you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it again now that I got broke into it.
There it is.
Company issue, but our whole system crashed before it became effective.
Okay. Yeah, they really did. They backed off it too. I mean, they. I think pretty good. I think there's a truckload of people over there.
Test. 1, 2. Test. 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 1, 2. Test. No.
Now, one thing I know.
Test. 1, 2. Test.
This is my home. This is my school. This is my field. This is your home. This is your school. This is your field. Go there, go 3, 1, 2, 3, go there. Nobody steps on our field and gets out of here with a W today. You guys have to set the tone. Take care of your home.
College of Idaho, that is heads, that is tails, that is heads, that is tails. What's your call? Tails. Tails is his call. Mr. Cook, if you'd please flip the coin. It is tails. College of Idaho will receive the ball. Which direction would you like to kick? Gentlemen, shake hands. Let's play football.
Bo Stevens. Their offensive front at center is Ricky Bowman Jr. Your guards are Braden Bale and Gabe Zarita Haber. Tackles are Josh Brown on the left side, Braden Bale on the right side. And the receiving core we went through, you're going to see a lot of tight end. You're going to see Tyler Ray at tight end for the College of Idaho, but again led out by their senior captain as Darius James Peterson, 5'11", $190. And a very effective quarterback in the Frontier Conference.
Great athlete there in the backfield, along with Garzoli and Calzaretta.
They'll set up with one back. He's lined up in the pistol. Two receivers right. They'll move tight end across in the backfield. Montana Tech presents a four-man defensive front. Hand off to the tailback. A gap and off to the races. 35-40. Still running out to midfield on the first carry from the line of scrimmage. Calzaretta takes off to the 50. And actually, he gets across midfield to the Montana Tech 47-yard line. A great gain on first down as they gun it right up the gut.
Just inside zone off the left side. Montana Tech stayed vanilla on defense. No one at the line of scrimmage pressure-wise, just in there. It actually had a four-man surface, and they just executed the inside zone perfectly.
James Peterson out of the shotgun again. Hand off to his tailback this time. Bouncing right is Garzoli. Garzoli is hit hard at the line of scrimmage. He'll get one.
Good experience. Art Flynn getting down the line of scrimmage there at defensive line. Montana Tech did a nice job of containing and forcing the turn up there rather quickly, and Flynn did a nice job of flattening out once he came across the line of scrimmage and getting down to mop up from the rear there.
We'll run you through the Montana Tech starting defense here in a moment as College of Idaho up to the line of scrimmage. James Peterson out of the shotgun again. The tailback lined up in the pistol, 3 yards behind him. Two receivers left, one to the right. Montana Tech showing blitz. Tight end again moves out and drops into the backfield. Locking back on the right side, real heavy formation that way. Hand off to the tailback goes nowhere. Montana Tech blows it up in the backfield.
Yeah, that's inside linebacker Carter Myers. A lot of experience there at inside linebacker for Carter, getting up there in that B gap to the left side, making the stop.
So 3rd down and 7 here for the College of Idaho. Defensive linemen Jesse Sims, Chase Barta, and Art Flynn. Your linebacking core, Ike Schweigert, also Carter Myers, Luke Almos, and Jacob Clark for Montana Tech. 3rd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, Peterson. 3 receivers. Montana Tech showing pressure. They want to get pressure on him. We'll see what they bring here. Both outside linebackers creeping up. Peterson, play action, going to throw. Down the left side, one-on-one, up and bobbled out of bounds, and that's going to be incomplete.
A lot of contact down there, the left sideline. excuse me.
Bo Stevens, the receiver out there.
Yeah, and Matthew Drake there at right corner. A lot of contact back and forth, but the offense was as big a part of that contact as the defense. The officiating let them play there, and the ball sailed a little wide out of bounds. But good job. Pretty good looking blitz by Montana Tech. But College of Idaho, the Yotes picked it up, and the DJP had plenty of time to find an open receiver.
So the College of Idaho, one big run for 28 yards in that first series. They will punt it away. Punter from his 45-yard line, end-over-end kick, will bounce at the 5 and roll into the end zone. The return man for Montana Tech and Alec Woolley Steele watches it go by. So Montana Tech's offense will come out here, Haskey, and they're going to be led out by Jet Campbell. Campbell, the sophomore, started 4 games at quarterback for Montana Tech. Remember, he came to camp last year as a receiver and ended up playing quarterback, started the last 4 games. You'll see Jed Fike, the Frontier Conference leading rusher from the last 2 years, I should say, behind him. You're going to see a lot of tight end play. You're going to see Nate Sanders, Kenny Lafayette, and more. Grant Benz in the offensive front with Hayden Smith, Trey Copeland, Tristan Stauffer, and Hunter Sparts.
Excited to see Jet with a year of quarterback under his belt. You know, he came in, I think, as a quarterback. They quickly moved him to receiver. He is a great athlete, but pressed back into quarterback duties last year with not much practice time, but now he's at a year under his belt.
Tight end in motion is Lafayette. Handoff going to go to Fike. Fike will run it out to the 26-yard line. A gain of 5 on first down for Jed Fike. We are going to see multiple running backs. We'll see Tyler Folks in for Montana Tech, as well as Blake Counts. Blake Counts, the true freshman, the AA leading rusher a year ago for the Flathead Braves, and Coach Sampson, I've been told they will not redshirt him, and he will get snaps today.
Good push up front that time. Didn't look like much, but first contact was 5 yards downfield.
Campbell puts man in motion, one back at home. He's going to roll the pocket right, pump fake once. Drops it off downfield. Great catch out at the 40-yard line as Kylie Caprera hauls it in. Caprera, that's going to be good for 15, and I cannot express to you how pleased the entire coaching staff is with Kylie Caprera this year.
Yeah, he's bought in, you know, and he's waited his time. He was a great player at Butte High School. He's got great body control, great hands, and a really, really supernatural athlete. It's exciting. He's my neighbor down there on the Lower West Side here. I'm excited to see Kylie catch balls.
First down and 10, one back at home, play action. They're setting up. It looked like screen, and Campbell's just going to throw it away down the sideline.
I don't know if he's going to get the clear of the tackle pocket here. He may think that he escaped out of there, but I don't think he cleared the tackle pocket and threw it literally over the left sideline. There you go.
The official does throw the flag after some consultation with the rest of his crew. Campbell talks to him, but he did not clear the tackle pocket.
Yeah, the Yotes brought a little pressure that time, and I think it
grounding. Offense
Montana
number 8.
Tech quarterback Jet
Ball will be
Campbell
placed at the
a
spot of
little
the foul.
off guard. He
Loss
seemed
of
a little
down.
spooked.
Third down.
There, he wanted to escape with his athleticism around the edge, and the toughest thing to teach a quarterback is your escape is up and through. Get inside, step up first, and then find your seams.
So second down.
Down will
and
be
20.
second.
So you lose the down and 10 yards. One back, 3 receivers here for Montana Tech. The ball at their 30-yard line. 0-0 our score here in the opening quarter. Montana Tech's first game of the year. Campbell, hard count, almost brings them across. They look to the sideline and Coach Sampson for the play calls. Coach Sampson is on the sidelines wearing the headset. One back for Jet Campbell, the sophomore out of Billings. Hands it off to Fike. Fike gets hit, but still able to squirt forward for a gain of 4.
The Yotes that time stayed at home, brought no pressure, just inside zone off the left side that time to Fike, and the Yotes, it's almost like they were in the huddle with Montana Tech and knew exactly the play call.
11:40 left to play here in the opening quarter. Montana Tech's first possession as Campbell will step up, get out, play out. 2 receivers left, one to the right. And the College of Idaho brings 4 up to the defensive front, only 2 in a 3-point stance. Pressure coming. Campbell's going to try to escape. Campbell across the 40, slides to the 41. He'll get 7 on the carry. That'll bring up 4th down and 9, and you would expect the punting unit come in here for Montana Tech.
Yeah, good escape. The Yotes just sitting back in an umbrella coverage, the quarters coverage there, and Campbell didn't see what he liked right away. Idaho Falls brought the 4 down defensive lineman, then plus a little pressure off the outside, the right outside linebacker, and Montana Tech picked it up just fine, but Campbell thought maybe he could get it running the ball. No luck.
College of Idaho has 1 return man back. Good snap, and a nice punt is away, spinning. And the return will start at the 22, across the 25, 30 to the 32. So good return out to the 32-yard line for the Yotes. The Yotes came into the Frontier Conference again once in 2014. This is their sixth season.
Media.
They were
first of the quarter.
4-7 in their opening year, 4-7 in 2015. They were 4-7 in 2016. Then in 2017 they went 6-5. Last year they went 6-5.
You know that we make a lot of predictions and a lot of calls when we talk on the radio every week.
Yeah.
I think the only thing we were really ever right about. Do you remember last year College of Idaho came in here?
Dude, Hudson, your new man cave is sweet.
Well, Montana Tech beat
the
them.
game.
So the opening's down there. Yeah, the opening down there. But we started to kind of see what kind of team they were, and the next thing you know, they were 0-4 and 0-5. And the one thing we said week after week is that's the best 0-4 or 0-5 team in the country, and it turned out to kind of be the truth. You know? A lot of good athletes down there.
TV, recliner,
and once they started that program up there, it's no secret why you can see the rise of College of Idaho, and not the.
Every time I meet an Oredigger, there's a natural bond, a natural connection, and every one of us have a sense of pride about where we came from, and it's opened the door to a lot of very good relationships.
Montana Tech has a student base that just makes everybody feel like family.
Everybody's crazy about being an Oredigger. It's just a pride thing.
This place brings out in people the very best.
I truly believe that we are family.
You learn very quickly that you're in school with some of the top students, not only in the country, but in the world.
We want to be the CEO of a company. We want to be the leaders of top producers.
Our duty as an Oredigger is to impact the world.
My life is not just lived for myself, but it's lived for other people, and it's lived with purpose.
I'm an Oredigger.
I am an Oredigger.
I am an Oredigger.
Out route.
So the white hat does make the call. It is first down. So that's Peterson's first completion of the day. 1 for 2. One back at home, one receiver on each side. Montana Tech showing blitz from the right side. Peterson out of the shotgun. A senior out of California, if I remember correctly. Peterson play action, looking to throw downfield. Got some man across midfield at the Montana Tech 38-yard line.
I don't know if you recognize that, but that was a pro eye set. This they used to run back in the 80s and 90s. Tight end, Z back to the right side, and X receiver to the left. Two backs in the backfield in the I formation. I didn't think I was ever going to see that set again. Sorry to interrupt you.
You got a little tingly there. Are you okay?
Yes.
First down and 10, College of Idaho. Nice completion across the Montana Tech 40 to the 37-yard line. Real heavy line of scrimmage here for the College of Idaho. Tight ends up, one back at home. Peterson going to roll the pocket right. Pump fake down the field, complete to the Montana Tech 35. Great coverage, but a nice catch in traffic on the far side of the field. And with that reception for the College of Idaho is going to be Keegan Crafton. He's a big boy, 6'5", 235, a senior for the Yotes.
Yeah, Damari Morris over there did a nice job jumping that drag or out route there. And good job. Idaho Falls kind of got bummed on the spot there. It looked like he caught that ball closer to maybe the 33, and Morris drove him back, and they spotted it back on the 35.
College of Idaho ball at the Montana Tech 35-yard line. Three receivers back out. Pass complete. Wide open at the Tech 30, 25, down to the 23-yard line.
Throw it where they're not. Montana Tech brought a little pressure. The short side inside linebacker came. They just had a quick hot read, like a 6-yard stop route out of the inside slot. Just throw it where they're not. Montana Tech vacated that zone, and the Yotes occupied it with the receiver. Easy throw and catch.
Keegan Crofton's second reception here of this drive. First down and 10, hard count. They'll look to the sideline for the play call. 8:45 left to play here in the opening quarter. We're scoreless. College of Idaho's second offensive possession. Three receivers left, one back for Peterson. Lined up in the pistol. Peterson Both sides looked a little confused there for a minute. Quarterback going to keep it himself. He'll turn the corner. 20, cut back at the 15. Takes a hit, but very close. First down yardage. Ball comes out. Mays on it, and Montana Tech ball.
Ralphie came up from safety, put the heat on Peterson, or put a good hit on Peterson, knocked the ball loose. The first big break for Montana Tech.
That's a big-time play. Justin May jumps on that loose ball, and Montana Tech will get it at their 12-yard line. College of Idaho was threatening. That was a nice drive. And the Digs will get the turnover and the first one of the season. And here comes the offense back out on the field. Jed Campbell 1 for 1, 15 yards on that first possession. Jed Fike 2 carries, 9 yards. And we'll see what they do here with their second offensive possession here in the opening quarter.
Boy, they are bunched up. This is a heavy set.
Big time. 2 receivers left just off the tight end on that side. 1 back at home. Hand off to the tailback, Jed Fike. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage and nothing home.
Good play, right defensive end. That time for the Yotes, James Roy getting across the left offensive tackle's face of Montana Tech right in the backfield. Really nice play there up front by the big fella.
They'll change out some personnel here, will Montana Tech. And this is, like I say, with head coach Chuck Morrell, he had a huge turnover as far as his coaching staff goes. New offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. New coaches pretty much around him this year, and certainly we're going to see some different looks out of him. Second down and 10. Split backs this time. Tight end on the left side with 2 receivers left. Jed Fike's going to go in motion. They're going to hand it on the dive, and nothing there. They fake the screen out behind the 2 receivers. They hand it off to Blake Counts. The true freshman will get his first carry as a Montana Tech Oredigger, and he gets shut down, a loss of 1, maybe 2 on the carry.
College of Idaho knows that Montana Tech wants to get Jed Fike going in this game. They're going to devote a ton of attention to that running game. Maybe not bring a lot of pressure. Montana Tech's just got to make sure they're short up in the offensive front, pass protection-wise, start running maybe a little play action and get the ball downfield a little bit. 3rd and 12,
Jet Campbell rolling right downfield. Pass caught out to the 23-yard line. Right into the hands of Trevor Hoffman. Hoffman, the redshirt sophomore out of Washington. He'll move the chains as he needed 12. He gets 14, and Montana Tech will get a fresh set of downs.
I like Hoffman at receiver. He's, one of those rarities. He's 6'4", 205, so you think immediately that he kind of lumbers a little bit, but he's got like the 5'9", 5'10 guy's feet.
Yeah.
He's got great hip control and feet control. He keeps his weight over his feet real well and does a nice job of separating.
First down and 10, Montana Tech. 2 receivers, tight end out in the route. Jet Campbell stands, delivers downfield, one-on-one, has a man dropped at the 35. Had exactly what he wanted. He was looking that time for Trevor Hoffman once again. Went through Hoffman's arms, through his legs, and hit the turf.
Hoffman had the step and a half he needed. Just couldn't get that ball raked in. That ball was dead on the spot. Perfect stride. Hoffman will be kicking himself for that, but I'm sure he'll get a few more opportunities today to make up for maybe just a slight lapse in concentration.
Well, we talk about the idea of loss of legends on the defensive side. Dion Williams graduated as well, and he set every record in this building. 1 back at home, 3 receivers. Jet Campbell looking right the whole way. Downfield, and that one too far out in front of his intended target. It'll fall incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 here for Montana Tech.
I like the play design. The ball just got away from Campbell there at quarterback a little bit. They had 0-man coverage. Hoffman on just a quick little 10-yard post, and ball sailed on Jet Campbell a little bit. Love to have that one back, but those are the kind of the little wrinkles and the little timing things that, they always work good in practice, but when you get to game speed, it may take a little bit to iron out.
As it looks like Nate Sanders in as a blocking back. Handoff will go up the middle across the 25 to the 27 as Jed Fike will get 5, and that'll bring up 4th and 5 here for the Montana Tech offense. Jed Fike had a couple of big games against the College of Idaho a year ago, 29 and 30 carries respectively. And good numbers in both over 120 if I remember correctly. So 6:08 left to play here in the opening quarter. 4th down and 5, and the Montana Tech offense will come back, or rather the punting unit will come back out on the field as the offense comes off.
Hopefully Montana Tech can get Fike a little more rest throughout the period of the game this year. Last year he had the bulk of the load carrying the ball.
Low line drive kick. The return will start at the 26-yard line. Big block on the edge and a running room. 45-50. We have a flag down. Tackled out to the Montana Tech 44-yard line, but flags aplenty. And this one is coming back.
Saw that last night in the Boise State game, a rule that I cannot believe ever hit college football. But that's just a blindside. I think that's a new wrinkle, that blindside block rule.
Yep.
And the excuse for installing the rule is the player is defenseless against something you can't see.
It's my hometown. I was born and raised here, and definitely part of my soul is here. At Montana Tech, we receive this world-class education that I don't feel a lot of other students receive, and it's so
Personal
valuable
foul,
and it's
illegal
so
blindside
affordable.
block.
So I think that
During
it's
the
a
return,
really
return
big
team number
benefit to students
47. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the
Montana
foul.
Tech, I definitely
First
felt
down.
inspired to work
Timeout.
harder because you're surrounded by all of these incredibly hardworking people that are goal-oriented and they know exactly what they want to do. I think that just the type of students that get recruited here are your driven, really pretty bright students, and when we all get in a room together, we just vibe off of each other, and it makes something really incredible. In preparing for dental school, I feel that I've gotten the best education possible through Montana Tech, and I feel well prepared, and I think that I have my advisors and my professors standing behind me, willing to help me.
I'm Ron Layton. This job has afforded me the opportunity to travel, been around the world 3 times. And what I learned at Montana Tech helped me at the White House, helped me everywhere that I've been. Being a digger means to me that you've got an unusual sense of perseverance. Many times in life you find out that your greatest breakthroughs come after your most difficult struggles. And that's what I got from Montana Tech. Montana Tech was my solution.
On the field for 48 out of 60 minutes a game, you know.
One back, 2 receivers left here for the College of Idaho. Yotes have it on their 17-yard line after the penalty. Handoff to the tailback, trying to get the edge, and nothing there. Montana Tech will get to him at the line of scrimmage. A gain of 1, possibly 2 on the carry for the Yotes.
Another good backside play that time by Art Flynn, getting down the line of scrimmage. Jacob Clark did a nice job up front, and Kolodacek did a nice job of containing the play, forcing the cut up so Art Flynn could make the play.
2nd down and 8 here for the Yotes, as they have 2 backs, one to the right side of the quarterback, the other one in the pistol. Handoff right up the middle, hit violently into the linebackers, but a gain of 3, possibly 4 on the carry.
Play you have to make if it's blocked right, and that's Carter Myers just standing in the hole one-on-one against, was that Hellier? Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
I think it was Hellier in there for a snap, number 20. But, a play you have to make. Carter Myers has been in that position many times. He doesn't miss very often in that gap.
3rd down and 4 for the Yotes. 1 back, 4 receivers. Peterson out of the shotgun. Montana Tech presents a 4-man defensive front. They'll spread out. Peterson, long snap count. Montana Tech 2 safeties back. Peterson looking right. He's going to pump fake once. He's going to run. 1st down yardage across the 30 out to the 33. He needed 3. He gets 5, and that will move the chains here for the Yotes.
Caught Montana Tech in a little front game that time, a little end tackle twist type stuff. Really vacated that front, and I think that might have been a look or a call from the sideline for Darius James Peterson. You know, step back, take a quick glance. If you see daylight, go get the 1st down.
1st down and 10 here for the Yotes. Ball just across their 30-yard line. They'll look to the sideline for the play call. Yeah, it really didn't look like he wanted to throw that at all. It looked like it was design run from word go. Montana Tech puts 7 in the box. Handoff, play action. Quarterback going to keep it himself. He pulls it out. He dives across the 35. And that's the thing he does so well. He makes those immediate decisions. He'll pull the ball from the tailback. He'll keep it himself. It really feels like he always makes very good, very intelligent decisions with the football.
I mean, you can look up front and see O-lineman downfield and tell if it's a design run, but with that RPO game and how bad everybody's cheating at it now, you can't tell. I mean, you know, the guys are our zone blocking stuff up front. Offensive linemen are getting 2-3 yards downfield, and they're not getting called for illegal man downfield if the quarterback pulls it and chucks it.
2nd down and 5, we'll say. Play action. Peterson rolls the pocket right. Downfield. Hits his man across the 40 to the 44. That pass is complete. A gain of 8 here for the Yotes. 3 minutes, 10 seconds left to play here in this opening quarter. We're scoreless. Frontier Conference opener for the Digs. Game 2 for the Yotes. They beat up on Eastern Oregon a week ago to get their season underway.
Really good play fake in the backfield that time. Montana Tech was fooled. They had Carter Myers was chasing the back out of the backfield, and he had a choice to make. And I commit to the quarterback or stay in coverage? And DJP had a chance. You know, he could have went first level there. He went second level and got the first down.
1 back, 3 receivers. Montana Tech puts 5 on the defensive front. Peterson, again, design run right up the middle. Gets through the first layer across midfield. That's to the Montana Tech 49-yard line.
More disciplined pass rush that time up front by Montana Tech. Chase Barta started upfield, kept his offensive line in front of him, awaiting the
offense,
escape.
number 57.
And he actually read
10-yard
DJP
penalty,
stepping up in
replay
the middle
first down.
and went to make a play on him and was held there. There's the offensive hold you're going to see, and a good play. What's that?
Did I miss the memo? Am I supposed to call him DJP?
I don't know. Remember I started calling him that last year, and I told you I was hoping it would stick?
I apologize. I must have missed the memo. I'll
just
get to it.
I like that. Don't
I
roll
think
off the
it's
tongue good.
It's pretty good. 1st down and 20.
Hopefully I'm not offending his family or friends out there, but I kind of like it.
It's kind of good. 2:20 left to play here in the opening quarter. Holding penalty backs him up. 1st and 20. Tight end will go in motion. Stop at the backfield. 3 receivers here for Peterson. Play action, wants to throw, looking downfield left the whole way, one-on-one. Great play defensively, but a flag down. Getting up, and Jordan Washington, the young redshirt freshman out of Los Angeles, went up and knocked it down. There's a flag down.
They're going to get pass interference. Boy, that looked like pretty good coverage.
That looked clean. Is this, we'll look at the
pass interference, defense
number
21, 15-yard penalty. That results in automatic. First down.
Automatic first down on the pass interference.
Boy, I thought he did a nice job of just idling down a little bit, letting the receiver clear him and go up and make a play on the football. Boy, you know, there was some contact a little bit downfield, but similar to a previous play down the sideline, it looked like it was mutual.
The officials, they're going to, they marked off too many yards, and head coach Chuck Morrell helping them with the math.
Yeah, the officials came from the NFL where they thought it was a spot foul.
Yeah, they tried to spot it down the field. It's a 15-yard penalty. It is a first down. They do get it situated. And that'll give the Yotes a fresh set of downs at their 49-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 backs. Peterson out of the shotgun. Handoff to his tailback across midfield to the Montana Tech 46-yard line. That's a gain of 4. And they'll continue to pound it between the tackles all day long. Calzaretta with the carry. Nick Calzaretta, a junior. If I remember right, he had an older brother that played for him too. Didn't Calzaretta start?
Well, I was going to ask because when you said he's only a junior, I'm like, what? It seems like he's been here for years. Maybe that was the case.
I think his freshman year, I hope I'm not wrong, his brother, I believe, was a senior his freshman year. And it made my job easy calling games as both of them were in the backfield. 2nd down and 5, we'll say here for the Yotes. Handoff, bobbled for a moment, turning the corner, gets through across the 40, 35 to the Montana Tech 31-yard line. Tremendous footwork that time by the tailback, Justin Hellier. Hellier somehow just kind of jumped through the middle there, got vertical, got through just a boatload of defenders, and he's down to the Montana Tech 31.
Yeah, they did a nice job. The tight end left side did a nice job. They just ran stretch to the boundary side, and Hellier was patient enough to look for one opportunity to cut up, ran through a tackle, made another cut, ran through another tackle, and got first down yardage.
1st down and 10 here for the Yotes. 3 receivers, 1 back at home for Peterson. Montana Tech bringing a little late pressure. Deep ball down the right side. Pass is overthrown, incomplete. Taking a shot at the front of the end zone. That one will fall incomplete. Montana Tech got to him after he let that one go.
A little bit of contact on that play, too.
Yeah, it's awful physical out there in the routes here today. 2nd and 10. Clock stops after the incompletion. 47 seconds left to play here in the opening quarter. 3 receivers right, 1 back at home. Peterson, hard count, looks to the sideline. And now the senior will line him up. Ball at the Montana Tech 31-yard line. Long snap count for Peterson. He's going to hand it off to, keeps it himself, spins and is knocked down. never really had his cleats under him that time. And Montana Tech, there, Mike Schweikert was there. The young man out of Columbia Falls knocks him over. That's going to be a loss of a few, bring up 3rd and 13.
Yeah, Darius James Peterson's going to kick himself when he's looking at film. I think that ball should have been handed off. Schweikert didn't go with the play fake. He was quarterback all the way. Peterson pulled the ball and looked up, and he had the big 3-5 there staring him right in the eyes, and in his effort to kind of in a panic get away, fell to the ground.
3rd down and 13 here for the Oats. 4 receiver spread, 1 back at home. First time we've seen 4 receivers out here. 2 on each side of the formation, 3rd and 13. Peterson gets the snap. Pass is batted at the line of scrimmage. Great job by the defensive front as Montana Tech knocks it into the turf, and that'll bring up 4th down for the College of Idaho.
Of the
Those
first
are
quarter
huge.
of play.
I don't know if players appreciate a batted down ball, but coaches love them.
Yeah.
Coaches love them. That's a great job up front. Recognizing, getting into your pass protector, nothing's there. Get your eyes up and your hands up and make life difficult for the 5'11 Peterson back there at quarterback. They did just that, and they're going to get their defense off the field.
We have 1 quarter in the book, so with it, we'll take a break. 0-0 our score. We're back here to Bob Green Field after this 1-minute timeout.
Grit's something that I learned early in my family. It was a great part of the Montana Tech experience.
Grit makes me think about how Butte came about. It was built on the hard work mentality.
It goes back to just being a Montanan. There's a rancher or a farmer in everybody's family.
Grit is just part of life there.
Rolling up your sleeves and doing the work necessary.
And that's where grit comes in, understanding where you want to do and really following the passion that you have in life.
Grit grows at Montana Tech.
I think there's more than one thing that makes Montana Tech unique.
I think it's incredible. It's special.
I've always kind of thrived off the adventure side of things and the unknown. There's no place I'd rather be going to school.
Montana Tech has provided me more than I ever could have expected.
Montana Tech made me a trailblazer.
Montana Tech made me a healer.
Montana Tech is my solution.
Be the solution. Visit Montana Tech today.
Good football team, which is just unheard of. Punt is away, ton of air underneath it. They'll try and get someone due, and they get underneath it. It'll be knocked down at the 1-yard line. It'll be down right at the 1-yard line. Great punt, but even a better job by the Bullets getting downfield, getting under the football, and Montana Tech's offense will start at the 1.
Curious to see what kind of set Montana Tech comes out in. I came up and watched this particular situation at practice here about 3 or 4 days ago, and they took a couple vertical shots in practice. So it was ones-on-ones coming out of the end zone. Inside the 5, the 3, the 2, the 1, and they did take a couple vertical shots, and they were all thrown to Trevor Hoffman. So we'll see if on one of these plays they don't take a chance at a record-setting touchdown here.
So they have 2 backs. Jet Campbell out of the shotgun about 5 yards deep in the end zone. Both of the running backs on his left side, and now we're going to get flags and a delay of game. Montana Tech did not get the snap off in time. Not even close.
Half the distance to the goal.
Shortest penalty known to man.
There you go. Maybe it'll be like Matt Vincent, and finally they'll just give him points. So 1st and 10 and a quarter. They'll stay in the same formation. 2 backs on the left side of Jet Campbell, sophomore quarterback. Tight end in motion. Campbell hands it off to his tailback across the 5 and out near the 6 as Jed Fike will find a little breathing room for the Diggs.
Nice job up front by Montana Tech. That defensive front from Idaho, or from the College of Idaho, is really active. That time, defensive tackle, I think it's Roy. He did a serious slant. They were slanting to the field, and he was in the backfield early, but Montana Tech was running the other way.
Tight end in motion, heavy set to the left this time, and spun at the line of scrimmage, going nowhere. Jed Fike will get back to the line of scrimmage and nothing more. There was a sea of white shirts in front of him, so Jed Fike does not get any breathing room. No gain. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6 here for Montana Tech. Jed Fike right now 5 carries for 14 yards so far here in the first half.
I'd be curious to watch Montana Tech's offense when they're able to start in a little better field position to let this offense under first-year OC Kyle Sampson kind of grow and mature a little bit. But these are tough situations for anybody calling plays.
And it looks like Montana Tech wants a timeout. 13:50 left to play here in the first half. Montana Tech's offense wants a timeout, so with it, we'll take one as well. We're back here after this.
The first media timeout of the second quarter.
I love Butte. It's my hometown. I was born and raised here, and definitely part of my soul is here. At Montana Tech, we receive this world-class education that I don't feel a lot of other students receive, and it's so valuable and it's so affordable, so I think that it's a really big benefit to students that come here.
When I came to Montana Tech, I definitely felt inspired to work harder because you're surrounded by all of these incredibly hardworking people that are goal-oriented and they know exactly what they want to do. I think that just the type of students that get recruited here are your driven, really pretty bright students, and when we all get in a room together, we just vibe off of each other, and it makes something really incredible. In preparing for dental school, I feel that I've gotten the best education possible through Montana Tech, and I feel well prepared, and I think that I have my advisors and my professors standing behind me willing to help me.
I'm Ron Layton. This job has afforded me the opportunity to travel, been around the world 3 times. And what I learned at Montana Tech helped me at the White House, helped me everywhere that I've been. Being a digger means to me that you've got an unusual sense of perseverance. Many times in life you find out
that's not the case.
Tight end Nate Sanders wears it. He'll go in motion from right to left. Jed Campbell looking downfield. Comeback route, overthrown, incomplete at the 15. He was looking out there for Trevor Hoffman, and that one sails over his head, incomplete. Punting unit will come in for Montana Tech. So the field position battle is being won right now by the College of Idaho, but we are scoreless as of 13:45 left to play here in the second. So they were looking at that shot that you were kind of expecting, Hoffman downfield.
Yeah, they just they squared him out, rolled out to him a little bit, but he had the separation needed to get a ball complete there.
Punter standing back right on the baseline of the end zone. End-over-end kick is away. Return will start at the Tech 46-yard line. Gets hit hard right at the 45. That's a great job, special teams. Jace Galt, redshirt junior out of Malta, Montana, making a big stop. And there is a flag on top of it. This might be a hold as he got by him.
I got to get an updated roster. I pulled this one out of the paper today, and that's the third guy that you've got a different number for than I do.
Hold on.
Here, I'll dig it out.
During the return, illegal block in the back, receiving team number 42. 10 yards from the spot of the foul, first down.
So it is against the College of Idaho, so that one will come back across midfield to the College of Idaho 46-yard line. All right. So College of Idaho back out offensively. See if they have the numbers. There we go. The numbers are updated. They have run 9, let's see what we have here, 17 offensive plays, 160 yards on the day for the College of Idaho. No points on the board. We are scoreless. Peterson out of the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 back. Tailback will get the carry, pushing the pile to his left. And not a whole lot there, but Dominic Garzoli is able to push forward for a gain of 2. He's another one that feels like he has been there forever. Outstanding back, a junior out of Orland, California.
Damari Morris doing a nice job there as the squeeze corner to the right side, to the boundary side. getting in and mixing it up. The one thing about Montana Tech's corners, they get a lot of pressure in man-to-man coverage, but they always answer the call and coming up and supporting the perimeter run game.
Montana Tech is going to call another timeout.
Their second of the half.
Coach Morrell
This will also serve
walked
as
over to the
second
official and
immediate
called
timeout
the
of second
timeout. Not
quarter.
sure what we had here. 13:08 left to play here in this first half. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Frontier Conference action on KBOW. Coming into the season, Haskett, we haven't had you on overtime or anything to chat.
Grit's something that I learned early in my family. It was a great part of the Montana Tech experience.
Grit makes me think about how Butte came about. It was built on the hard work mentality.
It goes back to just being a Montanan. There's a rancher or a farmer in everybody's family.
Grit is just part of life there.
Rolling up your sleeves and doing the work necessary.
And that's where grit comes in. Understanding where you want to do and really following the passion that you have in life.
Grit grows at Montana Tech.
I think there's more than one thing that makes Montana Tech unique.
I think it's incredible. It's special.
I've always kind of thrived off the adventure side of things and the unknown. There's no place I'd rather be going to school. Montana Tech has provided me more than I ever could have expected.
Montana Tech made me a trailblazer.
Montana Tech made me a healer.
Montana Tech is my solution.
Be the solution. Visit Montana Tech today.
They've done a pretty nice job so far here today.
Second down and 8. Peterson out of the shotgun after the timeout. 3 receivers. Peterson, 3-step drop, looking for the deep shot, one-on-one. Come back. It's bobbled and dropped, and a flag is coming.
Well, I'll be curious to see how this is called because the offensive player had a hold of Damari Morris out there too. So we'll see. Once again, a lot of contact and man-to-man coverage on the sideline.
So the officials come over to chat. Damari Morris was out in coverage, one-on-one down the left side of the field. Well, and the best
Pass
is
interference.
it's hers.
Offense,
So-
number 3.
Okay.
15-yard penalty.
Offensive pass
Replay
interference.
second down.
Yeah, they kind of jumped the gun, getting down the whole offense, walking downfield. But there was a lot of contact both ways. But the offensive player had a hold of Damari Morris as he was making a play on the ball. So yeah, you're dang right. But Damari gets that call. Good job of aggressive corner play out there on the right edge.
Boy, and from word go, the receiver and cornerback battles have been very physical from the minute this game started, and they still continue, and that certainly shows it on both sides. Second down and long. Second and 23 after the penalty. 2 receivers right, 2 backs here for Peterson. Montana Tech, 4 guys on the defensive front. Tight end this time releases from the backfield, goes up to the right side of the formation. Peterson, handoff to his tailback, off tackle, gets the edge to the 39. That's going to be a gain of 6 on the ground, as with the carry is going to be Calzaretta.
Yeah, they just walked him up, went to a 2 tight, 2 wide set. Tried to spread that defensive front from Montana Tech out a little bit, run outside stretch and see what Calzaretta could get. Just, running lateral a little bit, picking a hole and going.
Third down and 17 as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now they bring Naoki Harmer, one of our favorites, in at nickelback. We'll see if Naoki is a real ball hawk, see if he can't make a play on a football here.
Third down and long. 3rd and 17 officially. Long snap count for Peterson. Pressure coming. Roll out in trouble. Peterson going backwards. Peterson tries to get to the edge. Looking downfield. Airs it up and out of play. Boy, he was in a ton of – he had heat coming at him from all angles. But the thing I love about a kid like Peterson, he never stopped looking downfield. He had Tech guys crawling on him, and he never stopped looking downfield to make a play.
He knows how athletic he is. He knows he can run. So once he turned the corner a little bit, he knew he had to outrun Justin May, the safety on the heat, and and Ike Schweikert, and he was able to run. A good job in coverage by Montana Tech. They had him at full run, just a smart play to throw the ball out of bounds.
Great job by that Digger D. 4th down and long, and the punting unit is in here for the Yotes. Rolling to the right. The punt is up. Ton of air underneath it. Fair catch called for at the 20 and hauled in right there. So Steele will bring it in, and Montana Tech will take over at the 20-yard line. We're still scoreless. 3 minutes gone here in this second quarter. Montana Tech's offense will come out. They have run 13 offensive plays for 50 yards thus far. And both teams have gotten their punters going here early. So here come the Digs out, looking to get an offensive series moving here. They're 1 for 4 on 3rd downs. They have 2 first downs thus far, and both of them coming through the air.
We've seen Montana Tech offensively run a lot of inside zone stuff. They haven't ran the stretch that much here with Fike.
1st down and 10, tight end in motion is Lafayette from right to left. Hand off to Fike. He'll get the corner. Fike at the 25, trips over his own feet. He'll get 1st down yardage.
Right on cue. I'm on the headset with Coach Sampson.
I love when you high-five yourself. It's like, how you doing? So Jed Fike will get 10, and he'll get some positive yards here as Montana Tech out to the 31. Jed Fike, the Frontier Conference leading rusher the last 2 years. He had 1,340 last year, 1,252 the year before. He'll get a carry again. Fike looking to get to the edge. Big stiff arm. Fike out to the 41. Jed Fike, if people aren't familiar yet, he is about as strong a person you're going to find in that size frame. It's insane how strong he is, and he just showed that strength right there.
He couldn't wait to get that flipper out there and stiff arm cornerback. He's been in between the tackles up until his last 2 rushes, so there's a lot of big, heavy, sweaty bodies all over him, but he got out there in space and got to put his his left arm out there, stiff arm on a little cornerback. That had to feel pretty good for him.
They'll say he did not get 1st down yardage. 2nd down and less than 1. Downfield passes underthrown, incomplete. Montana Tech looking for Kylie Caprera as they roll the edge on the left. 3rd down and very short here for the Digs. Want to welcome everybody joining us on the airwaves and on the internet. Brian Larson joining us as always. He's got a beverage and his feet up on the couch.
Lars waiting for a house call.
Hopefully we can give him that soon. Had a lot of those last night in Great Falls. I mean, a lot of those last night in Great Falls. How about Butte High? 8 offensive series, 7 touchdowns, and 1 field goal. And then they had an 11-minute drive. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. 3rd and 1, 3 receivers. Handoff will go to Fike. Fike trying to find somewhere to go, and he is going to go down behind the line of scrimmage. He never saw daylight, nothing but white, as the Yotes get to him, and the first one there was big Oscar Reyes. So Reyes will knock him down. That's going to be a loss of 4. On 3rd and less than a yard, Montana Tech is going to be forced to bring the punting unit in.
Boy, less than a yard. Boy, I'd like to see teams get back to getting under center, giving your tailback, your fullback, maybe just a little relief, leaning on it with the quarterback sneak, go get the 1st down, reset the downs. Yeah, Fike tried to make something. He should have just maybe lowered his head and got what he could get, but they were in the backfield pretty quick.
That they were. 4th down and 6, and the punting unit is in. Good snap and a nice punt. Pushes the return man back to the 20-yard line. Little shake and bake to the 23 and nothing more. Great job by the Bullets for Montana Tech getting downfield that time.
Yeah, Ben Windauer, 6'1", 170-pound redshirt freshman from Sioux Falls. Nice play. Squared him up, took a couple juke attempts, and put him to the ground.
10-12 left to play here in this first half. And 1st and 10 for the Yotes. They'll take over at the 22-yard line. And up they come. So Montana Tech defensively back out. We're scoreless here on a Saturday afternoon. The Yotes will give it another go. They've run 20 offensive plays for 124 yards. And here they come up to the line of scrimmage. Peterson thus far. Peterson is 5 of 9 through the air for 52 yards. He's run 3 times for 13 yards. And Peterson out of the shotgun. Montana Tech, 4-man front, linebackers just off. Peterson rolls left, has time, airs it up, one-on-one, jump ball. It's going to go too high, incomplete.
Good job in man coverage that time. Both Morris And on the inside slot, Justin Mage. Two guys in the route, they were rolling left, so two guys really factored into the route, and both well covered by that Montana Tech secondary.
So 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. You can see the confidence and now the kind of belief on the Digger D side setting in here. These guys are starting to fall into their position a little bit and not as much on their heels like they were that opening drive. 2nd and 10, tight end in motion, stops in the backfield. And now we're going to get a timeout by the College of Idaho. So the Yotes will call a timeout. 10:06 left to play here in this first half.
College of Idaho.
We are scoreless. The Yotes and the Digs here on KBOW. We're back after this 1-minute break. Hey, welcome back here once again to Bob Green Field after the timeout. College of Idaho, 2nd and 10. Two receivers. Offset I formation in the backfield with Peterson. Montana Tech showing pressure from the right. Peterson in the pocket, in trouble, rolls and escapes out of the right. He'll look to get some yardage. He does. 25-30 downfield, 35 and out of bounds at the 41. Peterson will run good for 18. And he is just dangerous when he sees any kind of daylight.
Yeah, Montana Tech brought a little delayed pressure from the wide side of the field, but Peterson, College of Idaho picked it up. Peterson recognized he couldn't throw the ball anywhere and picked a gap, but he more or less exposed a lack of contain responsibility from the Tech defense. Got out and turned the corner. That was a big first down.
First down at 10 here for the Yotes. Ball right on their 40-yard line. We're scoreless here in the opening half. Montana Tech showing blitz again. Peterson will hand it off to his tailback this time, and he finds himself a little bit of a seam, a gain of 3 out to the 43. That one in the hands. That was Garzoli that time for the Yotes.
Yeah, Schweikert in on the tackle, along with Blake Allred, who's been seeing a little more time at linebacker here for this Tech defense. Just a redshirt freshman out of Billings Senior. 5'11", 205.
2nd and 7 here for the Yotes. Montana Tech showed press on the receivers and then backed off big time. Peterson looking right the whole way, looking for the deep shot into double coverage, has a man up, almost intercepted again. Boy, getting both hands on it was Jordan Washington. This young man has shown great instincts at the football so far in this ball game.
That's how you do it. From up here, it looked like Hunter Juarez had a step on Washington, but Washington was, closer to us, and he played everything downhill and in front of him, and the ball's in the air. He just waited for the time to go up and try and high point that ball. Almost made the interception, but textbook corner play in zone coverage that time by Washington.
Jordan Washington, a young redshirt freshman out of Los Angeles, had an opportunity to meet him last year. Just an outstanding young man. Play action, looking to pass. Peterson downfield, overthrown. Didn't see that until the last second was Routhie. And he is hammering his helmet. He had a shot at taking that thing out of mid-flight.
Routhie was torn, the truce torn between two whatevers as a safety. Do I dial up? He had the bullseye on tight end. He had his Keegan Crafton. He had his bullseye right on Crafton's chest. He looked up and he realized at the last second, maybe I could have picked that thing off, but he was going to lay a shot on Crafton. 4th
down for the Yotes, and they will punt it away once again. So we're still scoreless here at Bob Green. The kick is away, end-over-end kick. The return will start at the 19-yard line. Steele trying to get to the left side. A flag down. Steele across the 30 out to the 32. Now we have another flag down. So we're going to get multiple penalties. The return came out to the 32 officially, but a flag down at the 19 and a flag out near the 33.
I don't know. What are you going to – did somebody motion towards a face mask down here at the tackle? Maybe that was a block in the back down at the 18-yard line.
Yeah. That one we know for sure. The other flag is kind of on the other side of the field. Coach Morrell pleading his case with the officials. I love watching coaches work officials. You know, I just absolutely love it. How each coach is different and kind of how they handle it. So the officials still chatting it over here. We'll see when we get a call from our white hat.
During the return, holding number 51. That penalty is declined. During the return, illegal block in the back. Return team number 53. Penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal. First down.
So the penalty is at the 19-yard line, so this is going to come back near the 9.
And Morrell's pleading the case, the call against Jacob Clark, the 53, the block in the back. Clark recognized that he may make a block in the back, so he completely turned his back to the defender and turned his back and still kind of fell into him. And so, Morrell's saying, we don't teach people to block that way. That's not a block in the back.
First down and 10 from the 9 for the Digs. So the Montana Tech Orediggers back out offensively, looking to get something going here. 17 offensive plays, 66 yards. They have 3 first downs thus far, 1 on the ground, 2 through the air. Jet Campbell brings Lafayette in motion. Actually, not Lafayette out there. Tight end in motion. Handoff is going to go to Fike. Fike out across. Actually, that's not Fike either. It's going to be Tyler Folks with the carry. Folks across the 20 out to the 22. As Tyler Folks, the sophomore out of Washington, will get the carry, and he'll move the chains for the Digs. And now a late flag.
Yeah, they're going to get a little
chirp.
Sportsmanlike conduct here, I think, out of safety number 10 from the College of Idaho, Ellsbury.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 20 of the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. That is number 20's first penalty towards disqualification.
Okay, so a 15-yarder will bring it out across the 35 to the 37-yard line. So again, I apologize. That was Tyler Folks in the backfield. He's another one that has gotten a lot. I've had a lot of ear time with Coach Morrell and the coaching staff about how good Tyler Folks has played through the fall.
Vanilla up front that time, but sometimes getting a different back in there, he might see the hole and running opportunities a little differently. It's good to get fresh eyes in that backfield.
Sanders in motion. Folks will get the corner, cuts back at the 40 out to the 43. Now a late flag from our white hat. And you would assume that this is probably in that holding territory.
Yeah, once he cut it back and came all the way across the left side, he may have got somebody exposed.
Offense number 75. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
Even though they call out the numbers, I generally don't like to call the names of offensive linemen who get dinged for that because they never get their name in the paper for anything else. So we'll keep them anonymous.
We'll keep it quiet. First down and 20 now for Montana Tech after the holding penalty. 2 receivers left, actually 2 on each side, I should say now for Jet Campbell, the sophomore quarterback for the Digs, starting his 5th game at quarterback. In motion is Sanders. He'll set up on the right guard side. Campbell play action. He's forced out of the pocket right, in trouble. Looking to throw. Campbell pump fake once, airs it, and throws it out of play. So Jet Campbell throws it away as he goes to the sideline. Boy, and again, there's a lot of words being said out there.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little chippy, no doubt about it. Good job by Campbell that time. The Yotes brought a little pressure that time. Montana Tech picked it up for about a second and a half, but certainly not enough time for Campbell to find anybody to spring open, but was able to clear the right side and at least get the ball thrown away.
Great crowd on hand here at Bob Green Field. The tailgate still going as they have moved it into the parking lot. The SSC, the new building, is up and operational with the living facilities and kind of the new center for Montana Tech's campus. We're using the parking lot for the tailgate. Really nice morning. Man in motion, 2nd and 20. Jet Campbell dropping back, looking to throw. Drops it off in the middle. It's almost intercepted. He was looking for Nate Sanders and went right through the hands of the linebacker in the center there for the College of Idaho. Just could not hold on to it. It falls incomplete, brings up 3rd and long for Montana Tech.
Yeah, I don't know who that was. If that was Will Janney. It's hard to read
yeah.
the Yotes numbers, but a good job of reading that. Montana Tech just tried a little wide delay drag. They set him in pass coverage, 1-1000, 2-1000, tried to delay him across the middle, similar to like a back angle or something like that. He read it perfectly, and he catches that ball. It's 6 points.
3rd down and 20 for Montana Tech. Campbell, they'll swing it out on the right-hand side of their tight end. Sanders will turn it upfield across the 35, out to the original line of scrimmage, a gain of 10. That'll bring up 4th and 10 for Montana Tech, and the punting unit will come back out once again. Scoreless first half thus far. Montana Tech and the College of Idaho knotted up 0 apiece. 7:15 left to play here in this first half. College of Idaho had a couple of nice drives to start, and then, boy, we've turned into a chess match here over the last 10 minutes or so.
I was looking at something this morning. Is Tanner Osborne still playing? Is he hurt? I haven't seen 81 out there.
I have not either, honestly. Snap a little low. The punt is away. Low line drive. Return will start going backwards at the 15, across the 20, out to the 24-yard line. So the College of Idaho will start at the 24. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out for Tanner Osborne, and that's just part of that tremendous tight end group that Montana Tech has coming in. They're really deep at tight end and running back offensively. Awfully deep for Montana Tech coming into this season.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and I'm still wondering if we're going to see the true freshman, Blake Counts.
We did for early. He has 1 carry so far.
Oh,
yep.
That must have been on one of my taco runs.
1st down and 10. The other one of that, his receiving playing companion, we're kind of expecting to see out of Flathead as well as a true freshman. 1st down and 10 for the Yotes. 1 back. Peterson, quick in route across the 30 to the 32. That was a rifle shot. Nice route, just the quick square in that time, and with the catch is Connor Gagan. Gagan, a tight end out of California, will pick up 7. Nearly 8 for the Yotes.
That's why you see so much man coverage against an RPO team right there. The linebackers, if you stick them in zone coverage, you're just handcuffed. They got to honor that play fake in the backfield. They vacate zones and make completions pretty easy.
Hand off to the tailback. He'll break the 35, and that'll be 1st down yardage on 2nd and 2. They'll get 3 on the ground as they clear out the pile. And that will move the chains for the College of Idaho. Their 9th first down here in the first half. They have 4 on the ground, 4 through the air, 1 via the penalty. 1st and 10 Yotes. 6 minutes left to play in the first half. We're scoreless here at Bob Green. 2 backs, 2 receivers. Now they get the go-ahead to snap the football. 1st and 10 from their 37-yard line. Out of the shotgun, handoff to the tailback at daylight across the 45-50. Off to the races is Calzaretta. Calzaretta at the 25-20, 15-10. Tracked down by Justin May at the 3. Calzaretta just takes off. He goes good for 67 yards right in that vicinity. And they'll be knocking on the door. 1st and goal inside the 5 for the College of Idaho.
Well blocked. That's just inside zone off the right side. Well blocked up front. Calzaretta just made one quick, subtle little wind back at the line of scrimmage, and he was off to the races. A great effort by Justin May to run him down inside the 5-yard line. You never know what's going to happen. Fight, go get and make that tackle short of the goal line. Always make them snap it again.
1st and goal from the 2 here for the College of Idaho. 1 back signed up in the pistol. Straight ahead, bouncing right and not even touched. Into the end zone, Justin Hellier. And Hellier puts the first points on the board for the College of Idaho.
Oh, great push up front by that offensive front of the College of Idaho. That looked like inside zone off the left side against blocking dummies. Didn't it?
Yeah,
he just literally walked into the end zone. You never see that.
Yeah, he took that first step like he was going to go hard, and then he just strolled in, no problem. Kicking unit is in for the PAT. College of Idaho leading 6-0. Snap and hold are good. The kick is up, and it is through. So the College of Idaho gets on the board first. The Yotes over the Digs 7-0 with 5:07 left to play here in this first half. We're back to Bob Green Field after a 1-minute timeout. Anniversary today.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. It's the only reason, it's the only acceptable excuse for you not being here. Kickoff at the goal line, bobbled, the return, trying to find somewhere to go there, and it's going to be taken down at the 5-yard line. The kick bobbled, it went to the turf. Diggs pick it up, and they'll be knocked down at the 5-yard line. So the field position game certainly has fallen in the College of Idaho side here. Montana Tech has been pinned deep quite a bit so far in this first half.
Yeah, Harmer let that ball get into his body right at the goal line.
So Montana Tech will start things off at the 5 offensively and look for something to get rolling here. 20 offensive plays, 84 yards for the Digs. 6 first downs thus far. And they'll break the huddle and come out on the field. Jed Fike will be in the backfield with Jet Campbell. They come up to the line of scrimmage. Play clock at 12 as they get in.
Yeah, they got them bunched in again. They got the wing and the tight end to the right side and a tight twin set here to the wide side of the field.
And again, they're low on the play clock. Play clock at 1. They're not going to get the playoff. They do not get the playoff again. It's the second time today where they have taken over
delay a game
on possession and they're hit with delay a game.
After distance to the goal.
Inside the 10-yard, inside the 5-yard line twice.
Oh, that's just they break the huddle on the sideline and they take a while to get out to the line of scrimmage, and by the time they get there, they're not even close to set. So half the distance, that'll bring up first, and we'll call it 12 and a half. Jed Fike in the backfield with Jet Campbell. Snap a little low. Fike gets the carry. He'll pull it out to the 5 as he is wrestled to the turf, a gain of nearly 3. That'll bring up second down and basically 10 for the Digs.
Inside zone. They had their safeties walked up tight. That time Ellsbury stepped up. Boy, he met Fike. Ellsbury's a nice tackler. Not a huge safety, like compared stature-wise to Montana Tech, but he'll come up and punch you right in the mouth.
Fike gets the corner. Fike at the 10, 15, cut back out to the 20-yard line. First down yardage for Jed Fike. He'll get 15 on the ground, and that'll move the chains for Montana Tech.
Good job by Sander out here at tight end. Running that stretch play for Fike to turn the corner, but that's a tough task, and he kept them legs going, kept his head across, fought, and allowed Fike to turn the corner there and pick up the first down.
Fike talking to the official that he thought he got yanked to the ground with the face mask, and see if they look at that any further. First down and 10, one back again for the Digs. Ball on their 20-yard line. Air it up, pass comes in short but caught at the 26-yard line as Trevor Hoffman will get the catch. That'll be a quick gain of 5 on the square out to the sidelines.
This is a good idea. Extend your running game a little bit, some quick hitch stuff out wide, and get some of those eyes that are just zeroed in inside the tackles. Get Fike some relief. Stretch the field a little bit here and see if you can't get the extra foot, 2 feet, yard of clearance for Fike to run through.
Heavy formation left, play action. Jet Campbell rolls the pocket right downfield, complete to Hoffman across the 33. Hoffman first down yardage and a gain of 8. Back-to-back receptions by Trevor Hoffman, the sophomore out of Washington. And he is certainly a guy that we're going to be talking about a lot this year. Remember, he had a great year last year playing on the other side of Dion Williams.
Good idea a couple times here, on early downs, getting Campbell a little relief, on the pass rush and allow him to make a couple completions. See if you can't get that confidence going into the end of this half and into the second half.
Man in motion is Caprera. Handoff is going to go to Fike. He'll try and stretch the edge again. He has a blocker across the 35, dives out to the 39-yard line.
That's all right, though.
That's a gain of 6. You're going to take that, certainly.
Yeah. First down, go get 4, 5, 6 yards. It's a victory. This is a sound defense by the Yotes. And, it's nice Fike can go and maybe only get hit or tackled or run out of bounds by one guy versus 3, 4, 5 guys landing on him.
Fike, 12 carries. 63 yards here in the first half. Man in motion left to right as Sanders stops outside the right tackle. Handoff to Fike again. Fike follows him. He'll get first down yardage to the 45. A gain of 6 on the ground. So the offensive front, Jed Fike, starting to get some pushing room here.
Actually, Folk stepped into the game to give Fike a little relief. And good lead block that time, bringing Sander in motion across the set, motion him into a lead fullback position. Just run a little isolation up the middle for Folks to pick a little daylight.
Tyler Folks stays in the game. Tight end in motion. Hand off to Folks again. Folks, good footwork out to midfield. That's a gain of 5. 2:25 left to play here in the first half. College of Idaho up 7-0.
It's one of the oldest concepts in two-back football, but isolation will never go out of style. Whether you're isolating just on a straight dive play, with a lead block or a fullback, or on maybe an isolation type lead draw type thing. But those opportunities always present themselves. And if you can get the right kind of animal leading your tailback, it's always going to be a positive play.
2nd down and 5. Handoff to the young true freshman pushing ahead. Blake Counts gets first down yardage. Counts gets 8. And the true freshman will move the chains here. Looks like that
the ruling on the field is forward progress to stop. Result of the play, first down.
They're going to say he was down. So first down yardage for Montana Tech. Blake Counts gets his first positive run of the year.
He's asking him to keep feeding me. Did you see that? Attaboy.
Strong kid, had an excellent career at Flathead.
Good to have good confidence out of your tailback. Come in there as a true freshman. Reminds me of Jay LaProuse when he came in and started for us. Markovich got hurt, and his first start was against Weber State.
1:40 left to play here in the first half. Counts gets it again, off tackle left, pushes the pile to the 46. That's going to be a gain of 7. Clock running, 1:28 left to play here in the first half.
Little different story when you got to step up as a safety and a cornerback into a hole and meet Blake Counts there. They list him at 5.
Let's see here, 5'11", 205.
5'11", 205, but a lot of that weight's in that lower half. He is thick. I like it.
2nd down, and they'll say 4 officially. Heavy backfield again. Counts play action. Jet Campbell in trouble. He's sacked at the 50. That's a big loss, a loss of 14 on the sack. Campbell's hauled down out near midfield with 57 seconds left in the first half.
JT Mahan coming untouched off the right side that time and had a full head of steam. Campbell couldn't get away from him.
That's a big loss. 3rd down and 17 here for the Digs. Ball on the 49-yard line of the College of Idaho. Clock is running. 38 seconds remaining in the first half. Play clock at 18. And it'd be interesting to know what they consider the range for a field goal is here. Play clock down to 8.
Boy, back screen might be able to go get something here.
3rd down and long. Boy, they look at how far off the secondary is off the line of scrimmage. And Montana Tech going to call their final timeout.
Montana Tech. Their third
College of
and final
Idaho had 4 defensive linemen on the line of scrimmage, and then everybody else was 15 yards off the line of scrimmage. I mean, there was a huge pad there.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I would come back. I don't know. If I have back screen in the playbook, I think I take a look at that, get a runoff out of 4 receivers, and get whatever's waiting at the first down mark.
College of Idaho not quite as far off. They're still 15 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Yes,
they have 4 down linemen, and everybody else is 15 yards off the line of scrimmage. Jet Campbell out of the shotgun, rolls the pocket to his right. In trouble. Campbell looked almost like he was going to get sacked again. He's able to escape. Campbell running, gets rid of it. The ball will fall incomplete as he just chucks it out to the edge.
I think he ran out of the tackle pocket and back into it.
Back into it.
And then they have him. He's across the line of scrimmage there by about 3 yards.
Yeah, there's plenty of flag opportunities. Jet Campbell trying to keep it alive here. 6 seconds left to play in this first half. And the officials will come together. Like you say, he got back into the tackle pocket, but when he threw that, he was almost 4 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. So Montana Tech trying to get things rolling here offensively as the offense comes over. Coach Morrell.
Yeah, I like what I see.
Interference.
And Alec Steele the same way. Alec Woolley Steele.
Illegal forward pass.
He's a veteran on this team now. His quarterback's a little frustrated. He's gotten a little pressure.
Third down.
He's seen a little success, but a lot of trying times here in the first half, and he's clearly frustrated, but Steele got right up into his grill, grabbed him by the face mask, tapped him on the helmet, and said, we're going to be okay here, Jet. That's good leadership out of Steele.
6 seconds remaining here in the first half. Ball comes back to the 49-yard line of the College of Idaho. And we're going to get a replay of the down. I did not listen to the white hat. I thought we only had one flag down, but we're going to get a replay of the down. 3rd down and 17 from the 49. 4 receiver spread for Jet Campbell. College of Idaho will rush 4. Campbell steps up. Campbell's going to run. He's tripped up and taken down right at the line of scrimmage. He gets taken down. The clock hits 0. College of Idaho was trying to call a timeout. We'll see if they are going to get credit for it or if it goes to 0. The coaching staff for the College of Idaho is still trying to plead that they got a timeout called, but it does not look like that's going to be the case. We have 1 half in the books. College of Idaho leading 7-0.
I don't know why they're fighting for the extra second. All Montana Tech would have to do is snap the ball.
So
right?
we have, 1 half in the books. The Yotes leading 7-0. Frontier Conference action, KBOW Butte. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll talk about the first half, run you through the numbers and more after this 2-minute timeout.
Montana Tech will receive the second half kickoff opposite the clock.
Maybe get a look at relieving a little bit of the pressure on Fike in the backfield, see if they can't step back, spread the ball around. They're real talented in that wide receiver, both at the inside slot and out there at X and Z, and maybe getting the tight end involved a little bit. But seeing if they get the back seven of this Yodi defense a little more on their heels. They're supporting a lot in that run game. How many times did I talk about Josh Ellsbury, the nearest or the hash mark safety coming up and meeting Fike at the line of scrimmage, you know, in the hole.
Yep.
You want to start getting a little pressure on those guys in the secondary, and I'm sure they're talking about that. But it all starts up front with the pass protection, and I'm sure that was one of the key issues that they tried to drive home there in the locker room at halftime.
Real quickly, number-wise, Coyotes, 29 offensive plays, 220 yards. Calzaretta has 6 carries for 104 yards. Remember, one of those was 28, the other was 61. So 2 big runs for him. Peterson, 4 carries for 31. Peterson through the air is 6 of 13 for 60. So really, you know, but this is part of the College of Idaho's game, and I do not mean to undersell it, but you take those 2 big runs by Calzaretta, one of 28 and one of 62 or 63, I mean, that's half their yardage, but that is how this team beat you. They always are able to find open space and get a big play or 2 off. But really, again, you know, 29 offensive plays to 20. For Montana Tech, 33 offensive plays for $144 so far. Jed Fike, 12 carries, 58 yards. Folks has 4 for 29. Blake Counts, 3 for 13. Jet Campbell is 5 of 11 through the air for 51 yards. So far on the day, Trevor Hoffman, 3 catches for 26. Kylie Caprera, 1 for 15 so far in the first half of play.
Yeah, and if you get a returnable ball here just to start the second half, it's important for this unit, this special teams unit, kickoff return. Get on the field, get a hat on somebody, get an exciting return, get something out over the 30, 35-yard line, give that offense a little momentum when they step on the field.
So the kickoff is high, a ton of air underneath it. Montana Tech will start at the 5-yard line. The return across the 10, 15 to the 20, and to the 25-yard line. So Harmer will get the return out to the 25. And Montana Tech's offense will give it another go from there. Start of the second half here on the Big 550. Again, Montana Tech ran 33 offensive plays, 144 yards. They had 11 first downs.
Montana Tech started a few drives inside the 5-yard line. They haven't had good starting field position really in this game at all. So even starting on the 25-yard line has to feel like they're almost at midfield.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right here for the Digs. 1 back at home with Jet Campbell. Tight end in motion, left to right. Handoff going to go to the tailback. It's Folks. Folks turns the corner. Folks at the 35, out to the 38-yard line. Actually, no, it's Fike again. So Jed Fike will get the carry. He'll get 13 right out of the gates.
Good job up front. The Idaho, I keep wanting to call it Idaho Falls. Why is that? But College of Idaho actually slanted to the boundary side that time. Montana Tech caught helmet on helmet and allowed Fike to turn the corner.
2 backs, 2 receivers. Montana Tech 1st and 10 at their 39-yard line. Handoff to the tailback, Jed Fike. Turns it up across the 40, out near the 44-yard line. A gain of 4 on 1st down.
Yeah, we've established that the Odie defense is a defense that's going to come up and hit you. So go get your 4 or 5 yards on 1st down if you are running the ball. If you're throwing the ball, get the completion. Even if it is a 5, 3, 5, 7, 8-yard completion, get the ball thrown and caught and start getting guys playing on their heels a little more.
2nd down and 6 for the Digs. Fike stays the block. They'll air it up downfield. Pass complete across midfield to the Yote 43-yard line. Pass complete to Trevor Hoffman.
Hoffman's a big dude, 6'4", 205 pounds. He's long. He's got great feet. He's got a small guy's feet, good side to side. Yeah, I really like him with the ball in his hands. And I'm sure they talked about getting it in his hands a little more often here in the second half.
Hoffman lefts. On the far right side is Caprera. Tight end right. Looks like Steele in the slot on the right side as well for the Digs. Out of the shotgun. Tight end in motion, right to left. Handoff is going to go to Fike. Jed Fike runs into one of his own men across the 40 down to the 37.
Yeah, it's clear to me that offensive front from Montana Tech early in the second half got a pretty good talking to in that locker room. They're clearly getting off the ball a little better, maintaining blocks a little better, staying on their feet better, and you're seeing the results out of the running back, not seeing contact until he's 3, 4, 5 yards downfield.
2nd down and 4. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Tight end in motion. And a handoff will go to Fike again. Fike tried to get to the edge. That's a great tackle. We're going to get a flag down, as with the tackle that time was Quintero. Nope. I got the wrong number here, I think.
Yeah, it's Carnahan.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Boy, we have a flag down, but if
holding,
he doesn't make that tackle,
offense
Fike
number
might be in the
75.
end zone, but we are going to get
penalty,
a holding penalty against
replay
the Digs.
2nd down.
So a holding penalty will back him up. And I believe it was on a receiver here on the near side. So, again, Montana Tech looking at 2nd and long here.
Yeah, and remember, calling the plays here and executing the plays on the field. You got 2 downs to go get this 1st down. You don't need everything in one shot. Go get half of it here on 2nd down if you can.
2nd and 14. 3 receivers right, ball on the left hash mark for Montana Tech. We're going to get whistles aplenty.
Yeah, it looked like the right side of that Montana Tech offensive front got started a half a second early.
College of Idaho was showing blitz from that side of the field. They
prior
brought
to the
a ton
snap,
of pressure.
false start, offense number 70.
And a false start.
5-yard
back
penalty.
them up 5. And
Still
honestly,
2nd
for
down.
Tech, that might be the better option than if that got snapped, because there was a ton of pressure on Campbell. He was in trouble a lot deeper than 5 yards.
Yeah, that snap count. Remembering the snap count can go bye-bye when you're seeing a lot of sets of cleats there at the line of scrimmage, and you know you have to get lateral and spread that pocket.
Tech has looked at a lot of 2nd and 3rd and longs here today. Campbell in the pocket, downfield, pass complete across the 45 down to the 42-yard line. And that one into the hands of the tight end, and Taggart, Jalen Taggart. They list him at 6'3", 230, but somehow he looks much bigger than that. 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, 2 tight ends still in the game. Sander and Taggart, 2 wides. Hoffman to the left side here, and Caprera out there to the right.
1 back at home, and that is the freshman Blake Counts in the backfield, 3rd and 9. Counts will stay in block. Jet Campbell in trouble, flushed right. Pump fake once. He'll try and get to the sidelines. He'll get a positive yard. That's going to bring up 4th down here for Montana Tech.
Yeah, not a bad first series. Of course, you want to go down and score the football, no doubt about it, but you moved the chains a couple times. You overcame a penalty, and you got a chance to kind of reverse the field position battle. The deficit field position-wise, you faced the whole first half. See if you can't pin the Yotes down inside the 15, 10-yard line here. Get a 3-and-out defensively and start working the field position game.
Yeah, you know, we had a tight game as far as the score goes, but the field position was one in heavy favor for the College of Idaho in the first half. Snap a little low. Punt, ton of air underneath it. Will bounce at the 4, jump straight in the air. Tech needs to get a bullet down there, and it's down at the 1. Boy, the Montana Tech bullet slowed down. It looked like they weren't going to get after that, and once it bounced, they finally try and get underneath it.
Yeah, and this isn't the NFL game. In college, those cleats, hands, feet can go into the end zone as long as the ball doesn't break the plane, and it never did. They were able to knock it down, bat it back to each other, and get it pinned down. Looks like, yeah, the 1 yard line, so a good opportunity for this defense to step up and see if they can't make a little noise with some defensive pressure.
College of Idaho leading 7-0 over Montana Tech. The Oats 29 offensive plays, 220 yards. Peterson is 6 of 13. Neither of the quarterbacks today over 50% completion. 1st and 10 for the Oats, ball at their 1 yard line. Peterson will take it out of the shotgun, 5 yards deep. One receiver each way, 2 backs. Peterson hands it off to his tailback, gets across the 5 out to the 7. Some breathing room for the Oats.
Good push, same play they started the game with. The 2 big plays that they had on the ground in the first half, just inside zone, off the right side, both with a slight wind back. And they went to their bread and butter there and got out of the shadow of the goalpost anyway.
Calzaretta will get out to the 7, 2nd down and 4. 2 receivers left here for the Oats.
Gotta guard this right side, dead T side.
Out of the shotgun, Peterson. Montana Tech brings 4 up to the defensive front. Peterson hands it off to Calzaretta again, straight across the 10, 1st down yardage to the 12. He gets both hands wrapped first. And then Calzaretta gets out across 1st down yardage to the 12.
You almost get the sense that if the College of Idaho wants to just play the ground and pound game, that they may be able to do it. They're getting a pretty good push up front. Again, we mentioned, you know, it's a fairly young defensive front from Montana Tech, and 3 and 4 yards of crack isn't completely out of the question.
1st down and 10 here for the Oats. 3 receivers, 1 back. Dropping back, looking to throw, running it. Peterson gets out to the line of scrimmage. He'll get a positive yard before he is swarmed to. Great read by the Montana Tech defense as Peterson tried to take it up the center, and Montana Tech swarms to him, a gain of 1.
Really good job by Sims. He started on his pass rush. They showed a drop back, but that's just quarterback draw. Sims recognized it, left defensive tackle, shed his defender, and got kind of a running start at James Peterson before he could get completely up to speed, was able to make a big tackle in space.
Tight end will move to the left side of the formation, real heavy on the right side. 3 receivers, 1 back, all on that side. Blitz coming. Peterson, they're going to run it to the opposite side. Counter to the edge across the 25 to the 27, but a hold on that far side as a flag comes flying in from the sideline.
Oh, the dangers of run and stretch.
9:32 left to play
holding.
Here in the
Offense
3rd, a holding
80.
penalty.
10
it's
yards
so
from the
hard
spot
to
of
get
foul.
that corner
Replay
without
2nd
holding.
down.
So let's see here. Penalty-wise, that is penalty number 10 on the day for the College of Idaho.
How many penalties does Tech have?
4 on paper. I felt like it was more than that, truthfully. 2nd down and 10 here for the Oats.
That's about right for a home game. The right kind of balance.
I wasn't going to go there. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left for Peterson, 1 back at home. Peterson moves tight end into the backfield. Long snap count here, something the Yotes have done quite a bit today. Play action, Peterson wants to throw. One-on-one downfield, behind everybody, caught to midfield, 45-40. They're going to take this to the house, but there is a flag down.
Yeah, I think you're going to get some kind of a illegal contact. I think the penalty is going to be, Damari Morris sat on what he thought was going to be a square out, and the offensive receiver got behind him, caught him.
Holding. Defense, number 31.
A defensive holding, and that is
Touchdown.
a big score for the Oats. So the Oats will take it to the house. You're looking at, 70-yard pass down the sidelines. He gets behind everybody, and the Oats put 6 on the board. A big-time shot for the College of Idaho, and they go up 13-0.
How many times have you been looking at your TV set and a team's completing that pass over on the sideline, that out or whatever, that stop route, and you say to yourself or to your family members, you say, Why doesn't he just sit there and make a play on the ball? Well, that's why. You know, a team will run a guy by. I mean, he was there waiting at a break point. He's going to collision the receiver. He did so, got a hold of him, but the receiver got behind him. Caught him trying to kind of cheat on the play, you know. So
well thrown ball, nice catch, and just off to the races. College of Idaho extends their lead 13-0 over Montana Tech. Kicking unit is in, and the PAT is up and good. So the Yotes go up 14-0. 9:03 left to play here in the third quarter.
The
with
first
a timeout,
timeout
we'll
of the
take
third
one.
quarter.
We're back here to the campus of Montana Tech after this 1-minute timeout.
Dude, Hudson, your new man cave is sweet.
Come watch the game.
Dude, they're gonna score.
Man cave, lady lounges, whatever you call them, Steele's Furniture has exactly what you need to make your room come to life. Shop our Man Cave showroom today for ideas to upgrade your bar set, fireplace, TV, recliner, furniture set, and refrigerator. Steele's Furniture, making man caves happen for 87 years.
Every time I meet an Oredigger, there's a natural bond, a natural connection, and every one of us have a sense of pride about where we came from, and it's opened the door to a lot of very good relationships.
Montana Tech has a student base that just makes everybody feel like family.
Everybody's crazy about being an Oredigger. It's just a pride thing.
This place brings out in people the very best.
I truly believe that we are family.
You learn very quickly that you're in school with some of the top students, not only in the country, but in the world.
We want to be the CEO of a company. We want to be the leaders of top producers.
Our duty as an Oredigger is to impact the world.
My life is not just lived for myself, but it's lived for other people, and it's lived with purpose.
I'm an Oredigger.
I am an Oredigger.
I am an Oredigger.
Line. Oh,
They must
excuse
have
me,
gave him
they
the
gave him the
first
first
down.
down. I apologize. So 2nd down and 8 is where we're now looking at.
In your defense, I didn't think he was there either, but they moved the sticks.
So 2nd and 8. Maybe I should pay attention as well. 3 receivers right here for Jed Campbell. Empty backfield. 2 receivers left, 3 to the right. And everybody but the center started. So what was 2nd and 8 will come back here, it looks like, against Montana Tech. 8:06 left to play here in the third. College of Idaho up 14-0.
False start.
And
offense,
a false
number
start call
75.
against Montana
5-yard
Tech will back
penalty,
them up
still
5.
2nd down.
So the Digs looking to get some momentum rolling here. As they come up to the line of scrimmage, they'll stay in that Bombers package. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ball's on the left hash mark for Jet Campbell. Campbell is 7 of 13. Campbell looking to throw. Pass and a low line drive pass is going to be good for a gain of 7. As with the catch was Steele.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. The ball hit the ground, 3rd down.
Okay, they'll say that the ball skipped. But the
they still placed it at the completion.
Official still put it down. So the white hat said it skipped. And now they'll come back and put it down at the 32-yard line. So an incomplete pass is the call. 3rd down and 13. As both teams changing out some personnel. Montana Tech sends 2 receivers right, 1 of the lefts. Here on the near side is Hoffman. Far right is Caprera. Steele is in the slot. And College of Idaho forced to call a timeout. They had too many men on the field. Tech didn't see it to snap it in time. But the College of Idaho does call a timeout. 7:50 left to play here in the 3rd. College of Idaho had 12 guys on the field and forced to call a timeout. So with the timeout, we'll take one. Montana Tech trailing 14-0. We're back after this 1-minute break. When do you guys leave for Great Falls? Tomorrow. Bonus. Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be fun. Go play the old home course. Tell them where to not hit it. I think if Hoffman catches out with that first big ball, I think it's totally Later. Thank you. Third down and 13 here for Montana Tech. Jet Campbell drops, airs it up, right side, pass complete, going down and getting it though. And they'll say down as coming back and getting that pass was Ontario Johnson. That's a gain of 3. It's going to bring up 4th and 10 here for Montana Tech. Ontario, the comeback route, got that pass, but he did get down to a knee. Actually, they're going to say it skipped to him. They say incomplete pass. He didn't get underneath it. So they'll stay 4th and 13. And the punting unit will come in here for Montana Tech.
Yeah, Campbell acted a little more hurried than he was on that play. Decent pass protection, but certainly threw it off his heels or, off his back foot.
Shield unit is in, and the punt is away. Return will start at the 29-yard line. Bullets just swarm to him. Nice job on the Montana Tech defensive side that time.
The second of the third
Yotes
quarter.
will get the ball at their 29-yard line. Haskey, 7:35 left to play here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Brandon Morley and Jordan Washington down there in a hurry. That was a low punt. It looked real returnable, but
I love Butte. It's my hometown. I was born and raised here, and definitely part of my soul is here. At Montana Tech, we receive this world-class education that I don't feel a lot of other students receive, and it's so valuable and it's so affordable, so I think that it's a really big benefit to students that come here. When I came to Montana Tech, I definitely felt inspired to work harder because you're surrounded by all of these incredibly hardworking people that are goal-oriented and they know exactly what they want to do. I think that just the type of students that get recruited here are your driven, really pretty bright students, and when we all get in a room together, we just vibe off of each other and it makes something really incredible. In preparing for dental school, I feel that I've gotten the best education possible through Montana Tech, and I feel well prepared, and I think that I have my advisors and my professors standing behind me willing to help me.
I'm Ron Layton. This job has afforded me the
moving to his left, behind the line of scrimmage. He gets rid of it. Pass complete across the 35. Boy, in a situation where he looked like he was dead to rights, Peterson shows why he has been so effective in the Frontier Conference. Great mobility. His eyes always looking downfield. He makes the pass. He'll get 4 positive yards when it looked like he might lose 10.
All athleticism. Montana Tech defended the play perfectly in coverage, and on the pass rush, they just couldn't run him down in a great late play for Jacob Clark to get out of coverage and come up and pressure him into a throw. Granted, he ended up completing it, but a good play by Jacob Clark to come out of coverage to pressure that pass.
2nd down and 7. Montana Tech showing blitz. Handoff to the tailback. No, quarterback keeps it, and he's hammered. Great job that time coming in hard from the left side of the defensive front as Montana Tech's Arthur Flynn will get to him.
Flynn was good. You know that James Peterson's read was on Flynn there at the left defensive end, but Montana Tech also brought Schweikert. They walked him up late on a David blitz, and so when Peterson knew he had to give the ball, even though, I mean, it was or try and keep the ball or make a play, because they had Flynn on dive and Schweikert on quarterback.
3rd down and 9 here for the Oats. 3 receivers, Montana Tech bringing pressure. Handoff to the tailback across the 35-40. 1st down yardage. Calzaretta pushes all the way out to the 47-yard line. He'll get 16 on the carry. And that's a big-time run for the Oats. They'll move the chains out to their 47-yard line.
Just a simple inside zone give off the left side. Trusting your guys up front to go get that 1st down, knowing Montana Tech maybe expecting pass on 3rd and long. Linebackers walked off a little bit. Safeties walked off a little bit.
1st down and 10 for the Oats. 3 receivers right. Peterson out of the shotgun. Peterson, long snap count. Montana Tech brings 4. Peterson flushed out of the pocket. He runs out to midfield. He'll gain 4 on the carry. He dives head first out to midfield.
Regardless of the score, this is one prepared defense. They are prepared for everything that Darius James Peterson's kind of tried to do today. You know, been successful against him, I would say, a majority of the time. They've been bitten a couple times just on his athleticism. But these guys are prepared for everything he's doing back there, both off the RPO game and the passing game.
2 receivers right here for Peterson, 2 backs at home. Tight end on the right side of the formation. Peterson hands it off to his tailback. And he'll keep pushing the pile all the way out to the Montana Tech 45-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up a 3rd and 2 here for the Oats of the College of Idaho. The Oats coming off a 6-5 campaign a year ago. They started 0-5 and won their last 6.
So big number 95, Chase Barta, kind of running off the field, and he got waved back on, almost saying, sorry, she's 3rd and short, Chase. You got to stay out there, 6'1", 265. We need a little mass in the middle here.
4:40 left to play here in the 3rd. College of Idaho up 14-0 as they get the green light to snap the football. Tech only puts 3 on the defensive front. 3 receivers right. Peterson, long snap count again. Rolls the pocket to his right. Peterson flush back the other way. He has a little room to run. He has 1st down yardage or more. Peterson 40, 35 out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, what more can you do if you're Montana Tech? Read the play perfect. Played the rollout perfect, but Peterson's just athletic. He changed directions, went clear, back to the left side, away from his rollout, was able to find space and turn the corner just with a couple real subtle, good moves to shake defenders and pick up 1st down yardage. But that's just sometimes your athlete's just a little better than the guys trying to tackle him.
That's a scenario where good coverage downfield. He had nowhere to go, and he just takes off and picks up 1st down yardage plus a lot. 1st and 10 at the Montana Tech 30. Defensive front shifts. Peterson, 2 backs, handoff to his tailback again, met at the line of scrimmage and going nowhere. That's a gain of 1, if that, as Montana Tech closes the gap.
Good job, Carter Myers stepping up into that hole. He's just one-on-one.
Calzaretta, his 9th carry of the game, 116 yards on the day. 2nd down and 9 here for the Oats. 3:25 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Montana Tech trailing 14-0. They'll play twice this year. Next time we'll go down, I think it's like October 10th, somewhere in there. We're in Idaho. Rollout pass on the right side across the 25 down to the 24-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 5 as they hit their big tight end that time.
Crafton, maybe. I can't read the numbers.
Looked like Tyler Ray, senior out of Oregon, with the reception. Yeah, the gold numbers are a little hard to read at times.
Yeah. Good job, Tanner. Tanner Chase in coverage. Good job. I mean, they under-overed that out route, and give them the 3 or 4 yard completion. Take your chance on third down.
Third down and 4 here for the Yotes. Offset I formation, 2 backs, 2 receivers left. Showing a lot of pressure up the middle, getting through across the 20. That's first down yardage for the Yotes once again, as Calzaretta will move the chains. Boy, he has picked up, it feels like, every big third down here today for the College of Idaho. Calzaretta has just found a little bit of a seam and has gotten first down yardage, it feels like, every time he's touched the ball.
Yeah, and that time he just got on the rear end of a big offensive tackle, Garrett Rieberg, 6'7", 275, true freshman, leading the way.
First down and 10 here for the Yotes. 1 receiver on each side. Peterson hands it to Calzaretta again. He'll get it down to the 15. Hard-fought yards, but still good positive yards. A gain of 3, nearly 4 for the Coyotes.
The Yote offense is chewing up some serious clock here on this drive. Down inside of 2 minutes here to go in the third quarter.
1:48 left to play here in this third quarter. Montana Tech trailing 14-0. As the Yotes out of the shotgun, Peterson, Calzaretta behind him in the pistol. Fullback on his right side. 3 receivers. Handoff, Calzaretta finds a gap to the 10. He'll dive forward for a gain of 5. Going to bring up third down and 2 here for the College of Idaho. Ball at the Montana Tech 10-yard line.
Quick hitters. Calzaretta really hits that hole quick, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's fast.
He does a nice job. Downhill, he makes it's a subtle cut back there, just a slight wind back, but he wastes 0 time doing it, and he's at full speed going through that hole.
They bring him out. Justin Hellier will come in at tailback. Peterson, 2 receivers left. Hellier behind him. Montana Tech stacks up the box on 3rd and 2. Peterson going to keep it himself. Back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. Going to bring up 4th down here for the College of Idaho. Montana Tech's Ike Schweikert appealing to the official. He had his helmet ripped off. And we will bring up a 4th down here for the College of Idaho.
Yeah, he's letting them know that's generally a hold that would take your helmet off in the interior of a defense.
43 seconds left to play here in the third. 4th down and 1 for the College of Idaho. Ball at the Montana Tech 9-yard line. Need the crowd behind him here. We'll see what Peterson and company bring out.
You got to lock your corners down here, and everybody else has got to be tailback, quarterback.
Calzaretta lined up in the pistol behind his quarterback. Peterson out of the shotgun. Montana Tech 9 in the box. Peterson, snap count, hands it to Calzaretta. Bounces left. Calzaretta pushes down to the 6. First down yardage, College of Idaho. Boy, the way that they have surged off the offensive front, you have to have the utmost faith in Calzaretta running the football on 4th and 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's they're getting the push up front. You know, they're trusting their scheme no matter what Montana Tech brings to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, they're trusting their offensive front. They're begging for the ball to be run behind their individual rear ends back there. And, they're just winning the game at the line of scrimmage right now.
15 minutes left in this football game. The end of 3, College of Idaho up 14-0. We'll take a break. We're back here to Montana Tech after this 1-minute timeout.
I'm Ron Layton. This job has afforded me the opportunity to travel, been around the world 3 times. And what I learned at Montana Tech helped me at the White House, helped me everywhere that I've been. Being a digger means to me that you've got an unusual sense of perseverance. Many times in life you find out that your greatest breakthroughs come after your most difficult struggles. And that's what I got from Montana Tech. Montana Tech was my solution.
Grit's something that I learned early.
I mean, all they're getting is quarters coverage, at least on that particular one. 4-man rush, decent pass protection. But Montana Tech kind of went at that with all verticals. You know, no breaks, no kind of runoffs. You know, against quarters coverage, it's good to run off, run guys out, and then replace. Quarters coverage is real vulnerable in the flat, about 8 to 10 yards deep.
1st and 10, 3 receivers. Pass sails high and out of play. Montana Tech looking for Kylie Caprera on the out route to the sidelines. That one over his head, incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Vulnerable in the flat, 10 to 12 yards deep, somewhere in there, by a secondary receiver, not a wide receiver. You know, it's best against this kind of coverage is to clear corners and safeties, and run guys into vacant zones if you can get the time. The trick is you need 2.5, 3 seconds to do it.
4 receivers, blitz coming. Campbell in trouble. Jet gets rid of it. And he gets hammered as he goes to the ground.
There will be no grounding there because Fike was in the backfield with him.
That ball bounced down near Fike's feet, so that'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Heavy pressure that time by the College of Idaho. They got in the backfield quickly, so 3rd and 10 here for Montana Tech.
Simple outside blitz that time. Outside linebacker Mac Rosner just coming off the edge, untouched, unaccounted for. No back presence, no left tackle presence.
3rd down and long. 3 receivers. Stepping up, Campbell in trouble. Campbell's going to get sacked at the 17-yard line. Campbell taken down as Landon Clark Gamble defensive end on that right side will get the sack, and that will bring up 4th down for Montana Tech.
Montana Tech's in pretty good position there, but just a spin move. It started outside, spun to the inside, and ran right into the Montana Tech quarterback as he's stepping up in the pocket, right? Just as he's taught to do.
So 1 minute gone here in this 4th quarter. The Digs go 3 and outs, and they will be forced to punt it away. Gagnon standing on the 5-yard line. Snap is good. Kick is away. Beautiful tight spiral, pushing the return man back to the 28-yard line. He'll cut through 2 bullets. He's out across the 40, 45, 50. Montana Tech 45, out of bounds at the 42. So a good return off a nice punt. And the Yotes will start with the ball at the Montana Tech 42-yard line.
Good cut that time by the return man. Montana Tech had really good coverage on the punt.
It looked like
Just
the 2 bullets
move.
were going to get to him, and he just snuck right between them. 13:28 remaining in the ball game. Frontier Conference is officially rolling. Several teams had games last week. The bulk of the Frontier started today. Carroll and Western started today. Tech started today. Southern had a money game, if you will, last week.
Where was Southern?
Yep.
Thought so.
They were, I want to say Fresno, and I don't think that's right either.
No, Fresno was
1st and 10, Calzaretta out to the 39-yard line.
USC, I think.
Yeah, I remember off the top of my head, sorry. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 7 here for the Yotes. They have controlled here as this ball game has gone on.
And adjusted well at halftime offensively. You know, going into the locker room with the lead at halftime. And the Yotes offense went in and made adjustments, and they've been even, more successful here in the second half.
2nd down and 7. 2 backs, hand off to the tailback. Hellier looks like it here on the near side. Down, actually, it's Calzaretta once again to the 35. That's going to be a gain of 3, nearly 4.
Good job by Jordan Washington stepping up and meeting the tailback. Knew he was going to take a pretty good hit.
Yeah, Calzaretta's a load, certainly. That's the funny thing. He's one of those that I would typify as a strong runner, but yet he is incredibly fast. If he gets into the open field, Calzaretta can burn you, and we have certainly seen that today. 3rd down and 4 here for the Yotes. They lead 21-0. Peterson out of the shotgun. 1 receiver on each side. Peterson awaiting the snap. He's really varied the snap count here all day long. Calzaretta goes off the guard tackle gap left side. He'll get 1st down yardage to the 30-yard line. He needed 3. He gets 5. Sac State is where Southern Oregon was a week ago.
Wearing them down. Wearing down this defense. That big offensive front from the College of Idaho is really wearing down this defensive front of Montana Tech.
Last scores I see here, Western was leading Carroll 21-17. Rocky over Northern 34-20. 1st down and 10 for the Yotes. Ball at the Montana Tech 30-yard line. 1 receiver on each side. Peterson hands it off to Calzaretta again. He'll push the pile inside the 30. That's going to be a gain of 2, nearly 3. Calzaretta just continues to churn here. He's had 2 big ones, but otherwise he has had some hard-fought yardage in the center. 16 carries, 156 yards for Calzaretta on the day.
Maybe I haven't noticed it as much, but to me it's been clear Montana Tech isn't playing near as many bodies in the defensive front as they usually do. And we'd mentioned them being fairly young and fairly inexperienced in the defensive front coming into this game, and I think you're starting to see a little bit of why.
2nd down and 8 here for the Yotes. Offset I formation again, handoff. Quarterback lost it, picked up. Montana Tech gets the fumble across the 40 to the 43. Montana Tech picks it up off the ground, rumbling downfield with it is Jake Clark. And Clark will get the 2nd turnover of the day for Montana Tech. And hopefully that gets some more much-needed momentum going the other way.
Boy, great job by Peterson to turn around and get into the legs of Clark.
Yeah.
A dream situation for Clark. He does a nice job of filling, but the fumble was on the exchange on the zone read in the backfield. The ball just goes to the ground and bounces right up into Clark's hands. He gets to pick it up kind of on the dead run. And real heads-up play by the quarterback because literally, if Clark could, look at a Jumbotron and look back at it, all he has to do is flip the thing over his shoulder. He's got 4 more Montana Tech defenders behind him. No one from College of Idaho other than their quarterback was in the picture.
1st down and 10, Montana Tech. Hoffman in motion, 3 receivers, handoff, play action. Campbell pump fake once, downfield, pass complete to midfield. That's going to be a gain of 7. And a nice pass and a nice catch from Montana Tech that time with the reception is Kalen Taggart once again. Taggart out of Hamilton. That'll bring up 2nd down and 3. Injured player down for the Yotes in the backfield.
You know, that time Campbell went to his 2nd level. You know, you saw him look 1st level. He had the completion on the rollout to both the low flat and the mid flat, and he went to the mid flat. I think as he matures on 1st down, knowing you're down in distance, take the easy one. Take the 1st flat. Take the 1st flat. As long as you have it, 1st and 10, get it. Do you see 5, 6, 10 yards there? Make that completion. He pump faked the 1st one, and he ended up getting the completion 8 yards downfield, but threw it more into a bunch of bodies, you know. I like taking things as they give you. You know, the quarterbacks, when I coached them, like the last 4 years I coached, they used to kind of get mad at me, you know. But the one thing I used to say is, know you're down in distance. A 1st down, that 1st level's open, take it every time. Bam, bam, bam. You know, because you're going to be rewarded for it as you start to run that play on 2nd down, 3rd down. They're running to take away that bread and butter. What have you been hitting? What have you been hitting? Next thing you know, your levels start to open up. So, yeah, I would like to see Campbell just turn around, off the play fake, sprint the corner, bang, 1st level, right at the line of scrimmage. Does he have 5, 10 yards in front of him? Throw it and complete it.
Looks like we're going to get a timeout on the field, so with it, we'll take one as well. The Yotes up 21-0. Montana Tech with the football. We're back after this 1-minute break.
I think there's more than one thing that makes Montana Tech unique.
I think it's incredible. It's special.
I've always kind of thrived off the adventure side of things and the unknown. There's no place I'd rather be going to school.
Montana Tech has provided me more than I ever could have expected.
Montana Tech made me a trailblazer.
Montana Tech made me a healer.
Montana Tech is my solution.
Be the solution. Visit Montana Tech today.
Hey, welcome back here once again. Frontier Conference football, KBOW Butte. As the Yotes up 21-0, Montana Tech with some momentum. 2nd down and 3, ball just across midfield. Jed Campbell moves tight end in motion left to right. Campbell out of the shotgun. Jed Fike on his left hip. 3 receivers. Fike will get the rock. He'll turn it upfield. Stiff arm out to the 45-yard line. 1st down yardage for Jed Fike and a gain of 5. And a fresh set of downs for Montana Tech. Jed Fike, 17 carries, 90 yards.
Yeah, the goal here is certainly try and go down and get into scoring range. I don't know, what's the deepest Montana Tech's been today offensively? The maybe 40-yard line? 40, 35-yard line maybe?
I'm not sure inside the 40. Yeah, it's been
either.
a ways out. 1st down and 10. Montana Tech, 4 receivers. Man in motion. Tight end was listed wide. He comes in just off the tackle. Play action. Campbell rolling out, lobs it out to his tight end. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Head down, rumbling out to the 37-yard line. Pass completes, and that's Nate Sanders just barreling his way down to the 37-yard line.
Good job by Campbell. See, that time he got turned out in play-action bootleg. Got his head turned, had a little pressure right away. And just Sander was actually pretty well covered there in the flat, but he caught the ball, broke the tackle at the line of scrimmage, broke another tackle 4 yards downfield. Next thing you know, you're looking at 2nd and 2 versus 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 2 here for the Digs. Play action. Campbell wants to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Downfield, complete inside the 15. Hoffman goes and gets it. 1st and 10, Montana Tech inside the 15, and Hoffman looks shaken up.
Pass protection's a beautiful thing. If you can get a couple seconds, that's what I'm talking about, getting down into that coverage, deep down, you know, give your receivers a little time to separate, that time on a deep post, and Hoffman did a good job. Campbell kind of threw him open to the middle of the field, and Hoffman went and got it. I think he probably just came down on the football.
Yeah, Hoffman comes off the field for Montana Tech. Sam McCamley will come in. McCamley goes wide left, Caprera wide right. 1st and 10 inside the 15, Montana Tech. Jed Fike in the backfield. One receiver each way, tight end, right to left. Hand off to Fike. Fike bounces left. He pushes it down to the 10. Boy, he hasn't had much breathing room between the tackles today, if any. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Little inside zone. Hoffman back on the field.
Yep.
So, yeah, probably a wind issue. You know, he had to go horizontal to get that ball and did a good job of securing it. Probably just came down on his arms, elbows, football, right in the gut.
Hoffman wide lefts. Tight end in motion, handoff as in the backfield is Folks. He'll reverse field. Folks trying to find the corner. Folks down to the 5, out of bounds at the 4. Folks putting in some yardage, trying to find somewhere to go. There is a flag down at the 10-yard line.
I think they're going to get Caprera either with a block in the back or a hold.
Illegal block in the back, offense number 10.
Yep, block in the back.
10-yard penalty
going
from the
to be
spot
the
of the
call.
foul. Replay 2nd down.
So it will come back here. 8:45 left to play here in the ball game as they reverse field. Caprera trying to give his running back some help. So the ball comes back to the 20-yard line. They need to get inside the 4 for the first down. 2nd down and 16. 2 backs, 2 receivers left side, tight end left. Folks goes in motion, handoff, and going nowhere. They handed it off that time to Blake Counts. Counts was swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage by Danny Garcia. And that'll bring up 3rd. They've run that a couple times where they fake the pass outs, the back out behind the 2 receiver set. We'll see if they go to that pass out over there sometime today. 3rd down at 16, Montana Tech. 2 receivers on each side. Out of the shotgun, Jet Campbell. Campbell stands in the pocket, has all day. Late pressure coming, back of the end zone. Campbell hoists it up, hits the crossbar, and falls incomplete. Into double coverage. He was looking inside to Kylie Caprera that time. That's going to bring up 4th down here for Montana Tech.
It's a tough time to have to go for it. Down 21-0 with 8 minutes left. I hate to say it, a lot of people will laugh at me, but I think you kick the field goal here. I mean, it'd be one thing if it was 4th and 16 from, or 4th and goal from the 16 or the 10. They're outside the 20-yard line. This is going to be a tough ask.
3 receivers left, one to the right. Hoffman by himself here on the near side. Tyler Folks stays in the backfield. Jet Campbell looking for Hoffman into double coverage. It's up and caught. Hoffman touchdown.
Or you can just throw it to Hoffman, high point in the corner of the end zone.
Hoffman using all 6'4" of his frame. He goes up and hauls it in, and Montana Tech is on the board. 7:56 left to play.
He's the real McCoy. I mean, boy, did he make that look easy, didn't he?
Safety was coming over to help. Corner was in good position, and Hoffman just went up and high-pointed it.
They had him bracketed, but you can't account for 6'4", 6'5" out there on the edge with really good athletic ability. He just, and credit his quarterback, Jet Campbell, put that in a perfect spot.
So the kicking unit is in for the PAT. Montana Tech is down by 14 points. College of Idaho up 21-7. 7:56 remaining in the ball game. With the timeout, we'll take one. We are back to Bob Green Field after this 1-minute timeout. .756 left to play in the football game, and Montana Tech gets their first touchdown of this season as Hoffman goes up and gets it on 4th and 16. And the Digs will kick it off. College of Idaho has the hands unit up, 1 man back, and they will kick it deep, drifting lefts. It'll bounce to the 2 and get through the end zone for the touchback. So the College of Idaho offense will come back out here. The Yotes have run 52 offensive plays for 403 yards today. They've run the ball 35 times for 240 yards.
The bad news for Montana Tech is that the College of Idaho has done most of their damage just running the football, inside zone, mainly to their, the trio of tailbacks, Calzerado, Garzoli, and Hellier there at tailback. And that's what they need here to keep their offense on the field. They're getting the push. So it's going to be a tough ask for this defense to keep, to force a punting situation here.
First down and 10. Out of the shotgun, Peterson. 2 backs, 2 receivers. Tech brings 4 up to the defensive front. Hand off to the tailback. Straight ahead. And that's going to be a gain of 3. Calzeretta is what they call, and it looks like that is who had it. Looked like Garzoli initially to me, but second down and 7 here for the Yotes. Like I say, they just continue to grind yardage between the tackles here today.
They both sound like delicious entrees at your favorite Italian establishment, don't they?
Second down.
I'll have the Garzoli with a side of Calzeretta.
I love when you say it and I don't have to. 2 receivers left. Peterson going to allow the play clock to tick away here. 1 back lined up in the pistol. Twin tight right. Hand off to the tailback to the 30. That's going to be a gain of 2 as Montana Tech plugs up the running lanes. Calzeretta tripped up.
Good job getting up there late and coming hard off the edge. Jacob Clark. Yeah, Montana Tech's got big ask now out of their corners. They're leaving them kind of out there one-on-one, no underneath coverage. They're running a lot of guys right at the snap count, kind of almost late to the party, knowing, we've got to stop this zone running game. Get our offense another chance. You never know. Maybe they're just warming up.
Third down and 4. Offset eye. Peterson out of the shotgun. 1 receiver on each side again here for Montana Tech. The Digs need a stop. Handoff. Calzeretta chopped and out to the edge. First down yardage. He needed 4. He gets 6. Across the 35 to the 37-yard line.
He does a great job of finding the big rear ends of his offensive front. You see him every time he does something like that, a third and short or whatever. Watch when he gets up. He gets up, and then whatever offensive lineman he jumped on is right below him. He literally gets right on their back, right on their rear end, and lets them lead him to the first down marker.
Well, he gets to the hole so quick, but yet he always is looking where he should be going. He isn't just a north-south kind of guy, period.
He kind of reminds me of T. Geegan when he used to run, always kind of falling forward, good body lean, knows when to get skinny and when to play big.
Handoff Garzoli this time, stretching it out to the right corner. Stiff arm and nice tackle on the edge. A gain of 1, if that.
Yeah, that's Routhie out there coming up. Good job.
Garzoli couldn't get past him. Routhie looked like he was going to wrap him up and wait for help, but he was able to drag him to the turf.
Really good job of using the sideline. Although they never really got close to the sideline, he used that sideline as what they used to call your 12th defender out there and stayed leveraged to the inside. Back wanted the cutback, and Routhie wouldn't let him have it.
Second down and 9. As they take their time coming up to the line of scrimmage. 5:20 left to play here in the ball game. Play clock down to 6. Peterson, shotgun, 1 receiver each side. Montana Tech heavy pressure from the left. Handoff, spinning. That ball almost came out again.
Another sketchy handoff.
Yeah.
Peterson was really close to pulling that out of his belly, and looked like Calzeretta had it on his hip for about the first 2 steps, just with his left hand on it.
So he spins and picks up 2 positive yards. 3rd and 7 here for the Yotes. 4:53 left to play in the ball game. The Yotes up to the line of scrimmage slowly. Play clock at 15. They'll let that get another 10 seconds or so before they snap it.
A little stand up and shout. I just watched this last week again. Rockstar, it's one of my favorites.
3rd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, Peterson. Handoff to his tailback. He has a gap, and he's gone. Calzeretta had 2 defenders run into one another. Calzeretta at the 10. 5. Touchdown, College of Idaho. Calzeretta goes for 60, and the College of Idaho adds to their lead here at Bob Green Field.
Well, it's easy to see how they ran for 400-plus last week. A sound running attack that they really believe in. They're big up front. They're really tall in the offensive front, really tall and athletic in the offensive front. Not a lot of big bellies down there, a lot of big, tall offensive linemen with flat bellies.
Unsportsmanlike
and they
conduct
move,
of the offense,
they get up,
number
they
42.
Get to the second tier of that
the
defense.
Touchdown counts.
And
that penalty
these
will be
backs
enforced
really,
on the kickoff.
Really expose the hard work of their offensive front.
There was an unsportsmanlike after the fact, and it will be enforced against the College of Idaho on the kickoff. So the Yotes up 27-7, and they will attempt the PAT. So Calzaretta adds to his numbers. He has had a brilliant day here today. He's had 3 big runs. And the Yotes will look to kick the PAT here. 4:23 left to play in the ball game. Snap and hold are fine. Kick is up, and it is through. 28-7. The Yotes over the Digs. Frontier Conference action, KBOW. We're back here to Bob Green Field after this 1-minute timeout.
Timeout. Media.
Civil engineers build the infrastructure that, the world needs to function every day.
With the degree in the education that you get, you're going to land some great jobs.
Civil engineering at Montana Tech will really prepare you for the future.
Our students walk out with really high-paying jobs. That's what we're all about. 100-year history of doing that.
If you decide that engineering is what you want to do, there's no better place than Montana Tech.
It's amazing to me that we have 6 kids in this family that grew up on a farm, small ranch. We all turned out to be engineers.
My great-grandparents, all of their children attended Tech and graduated with degrees. Montana Tech, it felt more like a family, and they really wanted me to come and be a part of it.
Very rare you'll see a family of 6 engineers and married to engineers. So there's a bloodline there that's pretty rare.
Montana Tech is my family's solution.
Line, Harmer with the return out to the 30-yard line, trying to find somewhere to go, the return to the 33. So Harmer with a return to the 33-yard line. Montana Tech will bring the offense out here. College of Idaho, 52 offensive plays for 403. They have run for 240 yards. I don't think those numbers have been updated yet.
You think there should be about 60 added to that?
Yeah, I think there's 60 that they're missing there. I think they're over 3 Bills rushing today. First down and 10, Montana Tech. 2 receivers right, 1 of the lefts. And out of the shotgun is going to be Jet Campbell. Campbell, 13-24 on the day. Man in motion, Campbell looking left the whole way. Pump fake once, wants to run with it, spins back to his right. Looking for a block downfield, gets to the sideline and hauled out of bounds at the 36. It's a gain of 2 on the rush.
Yeah, 3-step drop there. Didn't like what he saw. Well, it's that 3-step drop. You got to have a pretty good idea where you're going with it before the ball is snapped. You talk about pre-snap reads. 3-step drop is where that stuff comes in really handy.
Second down and 8 here for the Digs. Campbell's 13-24 for 160. His 5th game as a starter at quarterback. 3 receivers left. Campbell, blitz coming, picked up, nice job, looking for the deep ball into double coverage. Hoffman goes and gets it at the 40-yard line of the College of Idaho.
Good route by that time by Hoffman. He was tight to the line. He started in pretty close to the tackle at a real tight split, and he started and he wound. He wound out. He stomped really hard on the corner route and then busted it. We used to call that a bolt route. A corner fake and then back to the post, and Campbell found him.
Hoffman gets it again at the 35, stiff arm to the 30. That's going to be first down yardage and a gain of 11 for Montana Tech. So back-to-back receptions for Hoffman.
What's Hoffman got for catches? He must be over 10 catches.
That's 10 on the number if our numbers are correct here, for about 140 yards as well. So 1st and 10 here for the Digs.
You can get one-on-one with him here, too. I mean, that near side safety is looking Caprera's way. You can get one-on-one with Hoffman. There you go.
Hoffman gets it, diving out of bounds at the 20. That's reception number 11. So he's starting to flirt with school record as far as single game goes. Dion got it at actually it was Chris
Kelly.
Yeah, Chris Kelly when we were at Carroll. Was it a year ago? 2 years ago.
See, I think as long as with the coverage they're in, as long as they stay in a double set, if they kept a receiver to Hoffman's side here, you take that near side safety out of play and you don't get the bracket on Hoffman.
One back, dropping back. Campbell looking to throw. Dead center, hits his tight end at the 10. Fights down to the 7-yard line. With the reception is Nate Sander. Sander inside the 10.
And there's a guy who's he's had a pretty good game, to kind of leading the running attack, both running into fullback and from tight end. But I'd like to see him get the ball maybe a little more. He's pretty slippery when he catches it. He does a good job of shaking first contact.
1st and goal from the 8. Handoff will go off tackle right. Finding room is Folks down to the 2-yard line.
I think that's Fike in there again. It's tough. Fike, Folks, one's 25, one's 28.
Yeah, it's
Could they make it any more confusing for us?
Well, my IQ is so low anyway that
timeout.
2:20 left to play here in the ball game.
Their
We're going to
first
get a
timeout
timeout on the field. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Frontier Conference action. The Digs knocking on the door here. College of Idaho up 28-7. Montana Tech on the road at LeGrand next week as they'll go to take on Eastern Oregon. As the teams huddle up here, week 1 for the Digs.
Okay, now you watch a lot of football, right?
Sir.
Would you say?
Yes.
And I watch a lot of football.
Yes.
We've watched almost a full college game here today.
Yes.
When was the last time you haven't seen a slip screen or a bubble screen or a back screen? Haven't seen one of any of the three all day today. Haven't seen bubble screen?
We've seen Tech fake twice,
right,
but never go to it.
Yeah.
No, goodness, geez, how long ago
has that been?
One
slip screen from the wide coming in, one from the inside going out, and one back screen. Not one.
The other one that's been the real hot fancy is the jet sweep, and we haven't seen that out of at all either. 2nd down and goal from the 3. 2 backs, both on the left side of Jet Campbell. Tight end in motion. He'll stay on the guard side on the right. Hand off to Fike. He dives towards the goal line. He's going to come up just shy. Jed Fike tries to go over the top, a la Walter Payton style, and he'll come up just shy of the goal plane. 3rd down and goal from the foot line. Campbell. Fike again stays on his left side. Tight end in motion. Fike gets it, pounds it straight ahead. Touchdown, Montana Tech, Jed Fike. Fike will get in. And Montana Tech trailing 28-13.
You got to love Fike. He stuck his nose down and went head first into a complete wall. Did you see what happened as soon as he hit the goal line? I mean, he got the ball across, but there was it almost looked like he hit a retaining wall. It just went stop. Looked like his knees buckled and everything.
Just strength to get that thing across the goal line. Snap and hold for the PAT. The kick is up, and it is through. 28-14 as the College of Idaho leading Montana Tech. 1:58 left to play in regulation. We'll take a break. The Yotes will get it back after this 1-minute timeout.
Oh.
Back here once again, Montana Tech on the kickoff. Instead of the short onside, they try and kick it into that no man's land down in between the 20 and the 30. The Yotes dive on it, but Montana Tech had some bodies down there.
It was pretty good execution on the kick. They just couldn't get any bodies down there. chase that ball down in time.
Yotes had the hands unit out there looking for the short kick. And the Yotes will take over at the 26-yard line. 1:57 left to play in the ball game. Montana Tech has 2 timeouts remaining to stop the clock twice. But they also need to stop the Yotes from moving the chains once. 2 backs, 3 receivers for Peterson. Peterson today, 10 of 17 for 163 through the air. As he gets the snap, hands it off to his tailback across the 25, fights to the 27.
Montana Tech has to stay sound here on defense. Granted, you know that
Montana Tech.
the end of the game is probably
Their
a
second
foregone
of the half.
conclusion, but
This will be a 30-second
you still
timeout.
have to stay sound here because the College of Idaho is going to be doing nothing here that they haven't done all game, and they've broke 4 really long runs.
Yep.
You know, 2 resulted in touchdowns, and 2, Montana Tech was able to finally run the back down. But the same thing could happen in this situation. If you start thinking about any assignment defensively besides your own here, Garzoli, Hillier, or Calzaretta are going to be standing in the end zone.
Yeah, Calzaretta is averaging almost 10 yards a carry. He has 25 carries, 240 yards today. And he has broken off 3 big ones here for the Yotes. So College of Idaho comes out. Montana Tech called a timeout. 2nd down and 7 here for the Yotes. As they come up to the line of scrimmage. Peterson, 1 receiver on each side. Fullback on his right hip, tailback behind in the pistol. They have stayed out of the shotgun all day long. Handoff to the tailback, bounces right out to the 35. That's going to be very close to first down yardage here for the College of Idaho. Boy, they've been so effective running the ball at all levels, whether it's between the tackles, whether it's outside zone. They just have gouged yards all day long.
Yeah, they've been really good tackle to tackle. Certainly, that the most of the damage that they've done on the ground today has been between the tackles. Inside zone play.
3rd down and 1 here for the Yotes. Game clock at 1:15. Montana Tech, 9 in the box, 2 receivers right side for the College of Idaho. Peterson hands it off to his tailback. He gets hit, and they get a very good spot. It didn't look like he got anywhere near first down yardage, but good spot both sides, and they do mark it down to the 37, so first down yardage for the College of Idaho. He hit the hole hard. Montana Tech met him violently.
Yeah,
they give him forward progress to the 37.
Yeah, I think he got most of it on the spin. After the hit, he spun out and lurched forward.
So a fresh set of downs, 46 seconds left. And that will put this one into the record books. College of Idaho will take the victory formation. Peterson will take a knee. Montana Tech will not stop the clock and will put this one into the loss column for Montana Tech. So the College of Idaho will get a win here in Butte. As I mentioned, the last 5 years, these 2 teams were 3-3 with one another. And the College of Idaho comes to Butte and gets a win here in week number 2 of the Frontier Conference. The Yotes go to 2-0. Montana Tech 0-1 in Frontier Conference play. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap this one up after this 2-minute timeout.
What are you doing?